It's like having 4 car seats, except you just buy one. The great.
What's up, Clunt? How are ya? Hey, Vanitas, nice ad. Yeah, I know. I was trying to get the link so I could put it on Twitter, and I played an ad, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck off with that shit. Hi, Ninja. I was just, I'm having something download in the background while we play. I decided to pick up a PS3 game that honestly doesn't get talked about a lot. And it's from a popular series you guys might know of, Resident Evil. So I'm just having these go in the background so that any day now would be great. Alright, that should be both of them. Dark Side Chronicles, Umbrella Chronicles. Ba-ba-ba-bum. That'll be fun to try. I figured I might as well get him out of the way now because you never know when they're going to take down the PSN store for PS3. So I said, I'll do it now. Because if I lose access to some of these, I'll be really sad. And I'm pretty sure that game was never released on a physical copy in North America, just PSN. So... Yep, Dark Side, Umbrella. Okay, nice. Alright, now we can go back to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Umbrella Chronicles? Oh no, what? What's wrong with Umbrella Chronicles? I heard it's a interesting HD version of the classic games. It's like a retelling, but it's like supposed to be more interesting? I don't know. I just heard about it, and I heard it was digital only, and I was like, screw it. Might as well make sure I cop it. Because I don't really think there's too many new games on PS3 left that I want besides the Saw games. Those things use PlayStation Move and were on Wii as well, but you could use controllers. Vanitas, so we'll see. Like I said, I have no idea. We'll just see how it goes. But obviously that won't be for a while. But I just figured it was... Since it was online only, or PSN store only available unless you bought a Japanese copy. I don't want to play in Japanese, so...
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors!
Teddy.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax.
You ever play games like Time Crisis or House of the Dead? Nope. Yeah. Nothing makes me happier than starting up the game and hearing Burn My Dread. Ugh. Makes my fucking day, I tell ya. Okay, anyway. Episode P3. Why is it saving? Alright. It's time. We're gonna do the most interesting in my opinion, besides episode of Dachi. It's pretty interesting. But here we go. Preparations, episode P3. This is going to follow the P3 cast and their side of what went on, but it shouldn't be as retready, I hope, as the original Persona 4 Arena, so we might actually get some interesting new CGI cutscenes and a couple of other things, so if you guys are ready, let's do this.
The death of everything, but also the beginning.
Holy shit! They brought him back. My God.
People have filled the world, yet turned it into a void. The only hope of salvation lies in ruin.
You work in a zoo because that's one huge pile of shit you're pushing around, so? How'd that turn out for you, Dad? It doesn't matter now that you're dead as a doornail, does it? You wanted the world destroyed, huh? Isn't that right, you worthless pest? Fine, I'll do it. This shitty world with its shitty people and shitty lives will disappear, and I'll be the only thing left. After all, if the Father's fallen into darkness, then the Son must rise. Just kidding.
What nonsense.
Oh God.
What?
These constructs can only remain active within my red fog. Even then, they can only do so for a limited amount of time. If you have time to waste with worthless sentiment, hurry up and complete your preparation.
Ha! You've got no sense of humor. Keep up your whining and I'll have to kill you.
Such impudence. Take them. They are your pawn.
They're pretty well made. Fine, I've got the power I borrowed from you too. So now there's no way I could lose. Well then, time to make like a tree and turn over a new leaf or whatever.
A puppet version of a puppet. I'll make sure you get the job done this time.
Now let's begin. For the sake of his world.
Yay, seek new CGs! The fog should have been included from the beginning with Izanami and her fog. I mean, yeah, but I still don't know enough about Izanagi lore. So even if I did draw that connection, I wouldn't have known who it was. May 5th afternoon, I'm at the Shadow Operatives Lab.
I finished going through Labrys's personality module and control links.
Fuka-san's voice echoes through the machinery-lined room where she works as the operator. It seems that it'll be a little more time until she's finished with her work.
I knew we could count on you.
I'm sorry that I asked you for such a big favor.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly stand by after something so important happened. But, is it really all right for me to be doing this? Aren't you all part of some kind of police organization?
There's no need to be concerned. Even now that we've become the Shadow Operatives, this lab belongs solely to the Kirijo group.
The Shadow Operatives, a special unit under the direct supervision of the National Police Agency, organized to deal with supernatural cases that the normal police would be unable to respond to. In other words, cases dealing with shadows. This is one of the laboratories under the management of the Shadow Operatives. The purpose of this place is mainly to analyze evidence gathered in shadow-related cases, analysis of shadow matters for scientific understanding and planning operations. Another objective is the maintenance, inspection, and service of anti-shadow weapons such as myself. Since I am a member of the Shadow Operatives and I'm classified as a weapon due to my mechanical nature, I periodically undergo maintenance at this facility. Directly at the inauguration of the Shadow Operatives, Mitsuru-san had a state-of-the-art packing case prepared to transport me. However, the one slumbering within this case is my sister Labrys, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, and her new comrade.
I finished investigating Labrys's mobility systems. All I have to do now is reboot her OS and perform some final checks.
Thank you. How is she?
She'd sustained some heavy structural damage, so I was worried, but thankfully none were critical.
Since my sister has been forced to push herself beyond her limit during the events of the other day, her entire body had taken serious damage. I'm glad she's okay. Fuka-san's word caused me to sigh with
I
relief.
see. And what did you recover from her memory?
I'm sorry. I searched through it, but I found no records that would lead to finding the one behind what happened. If we want to pursue him any further, we'll have to wait for a report from intelligence. But it seems that will still take some time.
I see.
I see Mitsuru-san tighten her fist with that quiet utterance. The culprit is someone capable of manipulating the data in my sister's memory. The possibility that would make the mistake of leaving a trace behind leading themselves is extremely low. Even when no one knows the outcome, people often feel indignant when the last bit of hope is crushed. It's understandable. Our ability to find out who kidnapped my sister has been completely stemmed.
Then we have no clues to go on.
Don't be so hasty. We might get new leads from intelligence, right?
Ever since that attempted airplane hijacking, we've learned that the Public Safety Division has been making some disquieting moves. If we don't make a move soon, there's no telling what they'll do to take advantage of the situation. We have to find a lead before they do anything.
Though Akihiko-san has known Mitsuru-san for a long time, Mitsuru-san's expression remains stiff as he tries to console her. But that's only natural. The Shadow operatives are still in a delicate position with regards to where we stand in the National Police Organization. As a seemingly suspicious group founded by an outsider and dealing with crimes outside the capabilities of the normal police force, we often are met with cold stares from the people who should be our fellow investigators when we're dispatched on cases. The logic of such actions eludes me, but I cannot pretend that they do not exist.
I understand how you feel, Mitsuru-san, but we must solve one problem at a time. That is why we have gathered here today.
You're right. I'm sorry. Please work with me here in reviewing what information we already know.
Mitsuru-san implores us for assistance. Our gathering here at the lab today isn't just to hear about the results of Fuka-san's test on my sister. We've come to share and review the information that we have, to inspect the clues as closely as possible, to get closer to the culprit as quickly as possible.
The person behind this case first stole Labrys, the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, while she was in transport.
Yes. The hijacking of the airplane you were on was a diversion used to conceal the theft of my sister, after which she was transported to Inaba.
Correct. The hijackers were subdued and captured, but we have reason to believe that their minds were under some kind of control.
Those who hijacked the airplane and transport the case had no memory of taking part in the crime. They did not recognize one another, had nothing in common, and were all ordinary citizens with no prior criminal records. They did, however, all claim in their testimonies that they saw red eyes. Through their interrogation are still ongoing. It seems that it won't be long before they are released. All these points taken into consideration, it becomes apparent that this is no ordinary crime.
The culprit waited until he arrived in Inaba to turn Labrys on and fiddle with her memory. And then he threw her into the TV world, right?
Where one's heart and memories manifest themselves. As a machine, Labrys was able to control these memories in great detail. In other words, the enemy used her in order to set a trap for us.
When we entered the television world in pursuit, we defeated her shadow and made indirect contact with the culprit.
That person revealed that his goal was to steal our personas by making us fight each other, which would weaken our hearts and turn our personas to shadows. Once he'd accomplished that, he would combine them all so we could have even more powerful shadows.
Everyone falls silent. The mysterious person's motive was to gather and unify shadows. It's all too similar to something that those of us gathered here will never forget.
Shuji Ikutsuki.
The culprit's speech pattern is consistent with Ikutsuki-san's mannerisms. His inability to use a persona matches him as well.
But that's not possible!
That's right. We've confirmed Ikutsuki's death.
Or maybe there's someone out there besides Ikutsuki who still thinks the same way he did.
If so, then the world we strive for is still far away.
Mitsuru-san sounds as if she's in agony. Shuji Ikutsuki, 3 years ago, he became fascinated with the Fall and tried to bring about the end of the world using shadows. To Mitsuru-san, he is also the adversary that robbed her of her precious father.
Yamagishi, when Labrys awakens, can you give her a summary of the case from 3 years ago? I'd like her to know what went on while she was sealed.
I understand.
Can't you just stick that data into her memory?
If we did that, it would just become a piece of data to her. She needs to be told about it in order for her mind to understand what happened.
She's human through and through.
Also, I noticed something when I was checking her memories. the makeup of Labrys's memory field is slightly different from Igus's. Besides the memory area that she normally accesses, there seems to be a sub-network of some sort.
She has 2 memory networks?
I think it was probably used to incorporate the feedback from her sibling units, but I still don't know for sure. That's why I believe it's safer to tell her in person.
All right. I'll let you tell her however you see fit. Regarding Yakutski, I'm pressuring staff to hurry and review the information, including the newly discovered quarantine server at Ergo Research. We never knew about the server in question before now, because it had been cut off from the group's network. It most likely has information that normally would have never left Ergo Research, such as data on top-secret experiments.
Ikutsuki-san could be involved in this case. Mitsuru-san's worry and irritation may be because she senses that possibility. We can all understand the pain she must be in.
By the way, what was the logic behind that whole midnight channel thing?
It's still unknown, but we'll have to send people to Inaba again. We're going to hold a meeting at headquarters tomorrow to discuss countermeasures.
Suddenly, an alarm that notifies us of abnormalities goes off and reverberates throughout the lab. Mitsuru-san quickly uses a nearby control panel to contact staff within the facility.
What's going on?
The surveillance system detected a rise in shadow readings. It's currently stabilizing around a level 3 alert, located in that town of Inaba.
What?
Looks like he's shown up already. That saves us the trouble of having to puzzle this out.
Yu-san and his friends are in danger. Mitsuru-san, please give the order to dispatch us.
All right, we'll leave at once. Yamagishi, leave Labrys to Kikuno and accompany us.
I understand. Well then, I leave the rest to you, Kikuno-san.
Understood. Lady Mitsuru, everyone, please be careful.
One of Mitsuru-san's personal domestic assistants, or should I say maids, Kikuno-san answers. Kikuno-san and Mitsuru-san have a stronger bond than that of any ordinary servant master, and she's another of the shadow operatives. Her words catch my attention for some reason. Please be careful. Very trivial expression of concern for her safety. Brushing it off as common courtesy would be simple, but I sense that she may be sensing something unusual regarding the situation that awaits us there. What could be causing this unease? Does Mitsuru-san know?
Oh, hold on, Igus.
As I'm trying to decide on whether or not to look deeper into Mitsuru-san's state of mind, Fuka-san gets up from her operator seat and beckons me over.
What is it? If we can put Labrys aside for a moment. Are you going to be alright without having any maintenance done on you, Igus?
What do you mean?
I read the documents on your new equipment. At first I assumed it was referring to that large gun, but it's actually...
Ah, that. True. There have been no tests confirming that it is capable of being used in an actual combat situation. But we face a powerful foe this time.
Is it even possible? If even one thing were to go wrong...
Fuka-san's face clouds as she looks at me. I can't be confident that I'll be alright, and I'm unable to tell her a pleasant lie to calm her down. In any case, I only pray that a situation that requires me to use my new equipment never arises. Both of us are tentatively prepared to depart.
Milady, a change of clothes has been laid out in your car.
I see. Thank you.
I've also prepared Akihiko-san's favorite protein drink, and Fuka-san has been preparing a playlist suitable for a road trip in her room.
Huh?
That will be all, Kikuno.
Very well. Pardon me.
As expected from Kikuno-san, she's amazingly considerate as a personal assistant should be, but she can be too thoughtful at times. We learned this from ourselves when she came to accept us as people who are precious to Mitsuru-san.
Let's start this over, shall we? Shadow operatives, let's mobilize.
Thanks to the Kikuno... I always have trouble saying it. Kikuno? Oh god, her name is so hard. The tension in the air subsides a bit, but we cannot allow our attention to wander just now. Upon completing our preparations for departures, we immediately make our way to Inaba. Protein Man!
Why are we taking this car again, Mitsuru?
Akihiko-san grumbles from the backseat of the Shadow Operative's personal limousine. Not sure how to put this, but I find that his feelings are justified.
Don't question it, Akihiko. There was no time to prepare a vehicle with the same equipment. Speaking of appearances, are you gonna wear that again?
Sure. There's a chance that we'll have to fight after all. These clothes give me the flexibility I need.
Impressive, Akihiko-san. You never changed.
Still, to think that the culprit would make a move so soon. We've completely lost the initiative.
Indeed. We need to begin taking measures right now. And we hope no danger comes to Narukami and his friends.
But your son seems deeply agitated. During the car ride, she seemed distracted. Time she would flip through the thick file in her lap only to suddenly give an order to a subordinate. Another time she would stare intently at her watch as if lost in thought. Her usual regal composure is gone.
Mitsuru-san, why don't we just ask them to cooperate with us?
I agree. They seem pretty strong.
No, they're still young. If I asked for their assistance, it would waste time better spent in school. Worse yet, it would put them in danger.
They're on Golden Week. They don't have school right now.
I don't want anyone else to have to go through that anymore.
I understand how you feel, but they don't seem like the kind who'd listen. We were the same way back then.
Sure Sun falls silent. It's likely not a mistake to think that the sudden spike in shadow activity this time is related to the events a few days ago. It has become apparent to everyone that another dangerous battle is about to begin.
We have new information. Kikuno sent me a message.
Okay.
I tasked Kikuno with reviewing Ergo Research's quarantine server. But it seems new evidence has come to light regarding Ikutsuki, who we discussed in our earlier conversation. According to the report, it seems Ikutsuki was performing an experiment on his own in the lab directly after the explosion. It's unknown if this is related to our current mission, but there was a record of a plume of dust being used in the experiment.
A plume of dusk.
Plume of Dusk, an object that blurs the line between matter and information, is fitted into anti-shadow weapons like myself. Forms the core of our personality modules and what allows us to control personas even though we are machines.
So, what are the details of this experiment? Nothing good, I bet.
It could.
The limousine engine suddenly roars, drowning out further conversation. It seems the road we are taking has been to climb a steep hillside. As the car takes a winding road up the slope, I look down through the windows and see lush trees along the mountainside. From what I thought, I sensed a shadow reading. Could it have been just my imagination?
Yamagishi, tell me our current location.
One moment. I'm looking it up now. We're currently in Inaba Pass. We're almost at the target coordinates.
Ooh, yay, another CGI cutscene.
What is
I
this?
love these. Give me more.
Was that?
What's wrong? An ambush?
What's happening? Driver, what's going on? Answer me!
It's just like during the hijacking.
Ibis!
On it! A barrier!
Are we trapped?
Uh-ohs. Battle. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. Yes. Yes. I'm so excited.
Here we go! Feathered chain! Phoenix Rangers!
Featherman victory! So, you've come to fight me, Featherman!
Merlion, the evil forces have fallen! Stop here!
How dare you oppose me? Minion Leagues, get them!
Yukari. Oh god, she's so hot.
No!
Merlion, prepare for justice!
Power Rangers ripoff.
Don't be so sure.
The only thing that'll make it better is if they somehow combine into a dinosaur.
Everyone, I've had enough of this! Ultimate Arrow! It's over!
Damn it. I've never watched Power Rangers, I just know that they can do that.
And cut.
Perfect. What a take.
Thank you very much! Well done! That looked really great. Can somebody get wardrobe, please? No, there was something right. Well, I think that's right.
Oh god, Yukari's so hot.
Let's take a 10-minute break.
Oh my god, it's classic Persona 3 music. Yay! I forget, this is the music that plays when you were at school before the halfway point, right? Yeah. Oh god, nostalgia. It hasn't even been like a year since I played Persona 3 and I'm already feeling nostalgic. When the director calls us out, the tension in the area dies away. I made my way to the simple tent used as our break room and take a sip of my drink. My scenes of today are done.
You're on a roll, Featherpink.
I watched Power Rangers when my cousin was very young. I never was allowed to watch Power Rangers because my dad said it promoted homosexuality. And because of that, he said I wasn't allowed to watch it. I forget why, but it was like some really like extreme Christian reason that they said that promotes homosexuality, so I never watched it.
Huh? Do you think so?
The directors had nothing but good things to say too. Looks like this will have a positive effect on your main job. Speaking of your next
my main job, my real job is supposed to be studying in college. I wiped the sweat from my brow. My manager excitedly tells me about the schedule for my next gig. I always had an interest in fashion, so I started taking modeling jobs as a way to earn some pocket money. It's pretty tough since I've had to do things like pose in the middle of winter, just a t-shirt. Thankfully, I've been able to get a steady flow of commissions now. Trying to manage both classwork and my job as a model was already hard enough when my manager applied for an audition for a live-action show without my consent, claiming that I should broaden my work horizons. When I mentioned I practiced archery in high school, it really got their attention. It all made sense to me when I learned that Featherpink's weapon would be a bow and arrow, though. As a result, I ended up as a protector of Earth in a kids' superhero show starting this year. While my acting work makes up use of different expressions in my modeling career, lets me dress up in a whole lot of different clothing. Kind of makes me feel like I'm changing who I am, too. It's insanely busy, but it's fulfilling and fun, and yet...
What's wrong? Something troubling you?
I honestly have no clue how Power Rangers promoted homosexuality. I don't even... No, you can't process that as a kid. But that's what my dad would tell me when I was super young. He's like, you're gonna turn gay if you watch The Sun. You can't. The devil's messages in this show. That, you know, that... Anyway.
Oh, not really.
I checked my cell phone, but Mitsuru Senpai still hasn't sent me a response. I have tomorrow off, so I emailed her earlier. I asked her if she'd like to spend some time with me and go shopping. She's been contacting me less and less often recently. And when she does, it's because of shadows. I'm one of the shadow operatives, a group established by Mitsuru Senpai. I understand that she wants us all to have normal lives, and she said that she wouldn't hesitate to ask for my help if she ever needed it, but it still seemed to me that she was taking everything on by herself. That attitude didn't satisfy me, so I forced her to add me to her team. However, unlike Agus and the other official members, I'm part of a special unit that only gathers in emergencies, trusted with immediately subduing shadows by force. What did you call it? The auxiliary staff? Something like that, anyway. It's wonderful that there have been no situations that called for us to be dispatched, and even something like that did arise. Official shadow operatives are all excellent. There's no need to worry the likes of Akihiko Senpai and Agus around, but...
Is it really that hard to just send back a reply? It's Golden Week, for God's sake.
I hate extremists. Yeah, my childhood was pretty awful.
What's this? Don't tell me you've got some boyfriend trouble.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that.
We normally talk when we see each other, so I never doubted my friendship with her. Still, when things remain unsettled, it's unsatisfying. Maybe I have to get on her case about taking everything all by herself again. There's something loud going on outside.
What? What's this helicopter doing here? Is there a helicopter in this shooting script?
Huh?
As the sound gets closer, the tense walls and roof begin to undulate with an intense wind. When I rush outside, I see the crew are all looking up and causing a commotion. When I look up, there's a black helicopter descending towards the ground, dangling a rope ladder. The lady in the pilot seat sees me and gestures towards the ladder. Oh, at that moment, it all becomes clear. I only know one person who would do this.
I'm glad she came, but she's making too big of a scene.
Clearly, it's not by the utter absurdity of the situation, but before I know it, I'm already running towards the ladder. No! I guess we can see what Ken's been up to. When do we get to figure out what Junpei's been up to? Oops. Let's see. That's Aigis. That's probably Mitsuru. I guess right here's Junpei. Yeah. I would assume so. I don't know who that's gonna be though. Wait, maybe I can find out. Who's the person that's most important? Aigis? Nope. Maybe it's Mitsuru. Interesting. The honor student. Oh, alright. Well, Kekuken High, let's go.
Man, you were amazing.
Thanks for cheering for me.
You're a real hit with the ladies.
I'm gonna get going for today.
Okay, you better be this good next time, too.
Leave it to me. Come home, Koromaru.
Oh, Koromaru! Oh! Oh, Koromaru! There's some time until dinner, so I decided to leave the dorm again with Koromaru. This Gekuken dormitory is where we live. It was briefly closed after Mitsuru-san and the others graduated. All the equipment from a few years ago was removed, of course, but with the increase in students at Gekuken, they decided to reopen the dorm. I applied for a room as soon as I heard. The reason I did was because of Koromaru, who has been in Aigis-san's care, but at this dorm he's allowed to live with me. Also, to be honest, I feel that living here lets me stay close to my companions who are fighting even now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Ken either. Also, to be honest, I felt that living here lets me stay close to my companions who are fighting even now, but then everyone took turns walking Koromaru. Now it's my job. The path to the nearby Naganaki Shrine is Koromaru's usual route. Koromaru's quite old for a dog, but as he trots along his usual pace along our usual path, it makes me think for a moment that all the fighting back then was just a dream. Only when I'm watching Koromaru walk like this can I forget everything and I feel a little at ease. Oh, Koromaru. You're so cute, Koromaru. God damn it. Hold on. Block. Okay. There we go. God damn it. Get a fucking life. Ugh. Pass through the gateway at the entrance, step on the shrine grounds. Since it's nearly sundown, there's nobody but us at the scene at the shrine grounds. I sit down on a bench inside of myself. Koromaru notices though and immediately rushes over to nuzzle my leg.
It's nothing, Koromaru.
Even while I'm saying it, I'm sure Koromaru can see through my words. I can't understand him, but in the same way, Aika-san can, but even I can tell what Koromaru was thinking. I pet Koromaru as he looks up at me with a worried whine, and I put my hand in my pocket to pull out the Shadow Operative's badge that Mitsuru-san had given me. Koromaru wears the same badge on his collar.
Even if she gave me this, I know it's just for show.
How many accounts are you gonna fucking make? Good God, get a fucking life.
I bet everyone else is working hard right now.
I just don't understand. Do you really have nothing better to do than make multiple different accounts to try and fuck with me? Like, goddamn. Fuck. This morning I got a call from Sanada-san for the first time in a long while. Seems he'd just come back to Japan for a year-long training journey. Wandering the world, I knew he was the kind of person who would put himself through anything in order to get stronger, but this is the sort of thing you only hear about in stories. Sanada-san told me that he had gone to see Mitsuru-san directly after his return to this country, but he had been immediately dispatched to an emergency. He's currently busy with that, so he just said that he would tell me more about his trip some other time. I know that being a shadow operative must be tough, but he seems so excited when talking about them, so it's like I get this pent-up feeling inside.
I'm a member too, you know.
A member, yes, but only as a part of a secondary unit that only gets called out in extreme situations. Being a part of a special suppression unit has a cool ring to it that I like, but the official shadow operatives are given each a unique number. For example, Agisan is member number 5. We don't have that, we're just auxiliary members. I haven't been called to action yet, I doubt I ever will until after I graduate high school. After all, I did promise Mitsuru that I would try to live out my childhood as much as I could.
I'm just for show too.
You can't fix stupid, you got that right. In the following that promise to try as much as I could, I've been acting like a child on the surface. An average middle school student, studying, helping out with club activities, even taking part in the student council, but I haven't officially joined any clubs, and the reason why is because I asked Mitsuru-san to call me for help if she ever needed me. I know that no organization under the police would be able to command an underage person, let alone someone in middle school. I'm only a shadow operative for show, and only a child for show. If this continues, I won't know when I'll ever be able to get back to who I really am.
Making my life my own is actually pretty hard. Sometimes I lose sight of what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think back on the words that the person who saved my life left me. I thought I'd come to understand them sometimes, but as time passed, other emotions began to rear their heads. The person who saved my life... Is that his mother? No, that's... What was his name? I gotta look it up now. I always forget. P3... Is it Shinjiro? Hey, I was right. Shinjiro Aragaki. Yeah, that's the guy that saved his life, right? Because when his mom died, didn't Shinjiro save him?
It's completely dark now. We should head back home, Koromaru.
I wonder if I will be left behind like this. Would things actually be better if I just forgot about everything, but I could live with myself if I had the power to fight but did nothing with it? I've been thinking a lot about that. I stand up from the bench and look across the dark, quiet temple grounds. I won't reach an answer just by thinking about it, I know that, but at that moment... Koromaru suddenly barks at me. It's been a while since Aaron barked like this. He's been getting more and more mellow these days. What's that sound? Some rhythmic noise is approaching us from above. The wind becomes stronger and the trees around the temple begin to rustle.
That's...
Fucking troglodytes of humanity can't get a life because that person doesn't have the capacity to escape the pathetic existence. So he's down trying to bring people to his level. Yeah, I know. I mean... At least I know how to deal with it now, so I don't get fucking fined like last time. But it's just, like, do you have absolutely nothing better to do? Like, you know how much work it goes in just to make different, like, accounts to send money to, and that you're gonna waste your time doing that just so that you can charge back me all the time? That's just ridiculous. Like, I'm already broke as shit right now, buddy, okay? I mean, I don't know. It's just frustrating. Almost makes me like fucking want to disable the fucking donations sometimes, but they do help when I do get them. So, I mean, as long as I can figure out how to stop it from chargebacking me, then I guess it's okay. It's still upsetting that I don't know what I did to piss somebody off that much either. Like, I must have been a real asshole to this person to make them hate me so much, but. Well, who knows? I look up into the sky and bright lights turns on. I look up in the sky and a bright light turns on high above. As my eyes adjust, I see a previously hidden black helicopter in the otherwise pitch black sky. It's like something out of a movie. Is it the military? No, that can't be right. As if to answer my doubts, the searchlight streams down, pinning shadows to the ground. Something happened. That's my first thought. I don't know what. For some reason, I sense elation rising up through my body.
Let's go, Koromaru.
Oh, by the way, I saw the turtle you took a picture of. That was cool, Clint. That turtle has a better life than that fool. Oh, Clint, you're great. I grip my shadow operative badge tightly and then thrust it back into my pocket as I take a deep breath and I run towards the helicopter. And it's going to say to be continued. Mm-hmm. Alright, let me guess. Mitsuru, right? No. Interesting. So Labris, I mean, I guess I should have known that, but Labris in the P3 version is the one that has... Interesting. So Labris is the one that's gonna beat the final enemy and bring balance to the Force. But I am still very curious. Junpei! Stupay, let's go!
Now's the time you've all been waiting for. It's obvious who the game's MVP will be. The man whose Grand Slam won it in the ninth, Junpei Iori. First off, I'd like to congratulate your team on winning the WBC.
Thank you very much.
What was going through your mind as you entered that batter's box for that last at-bat?
My only thought was how I would lead my team to victory.
Ah, so it's your great focus that led to this result. Still, that was an amazing home run.
All I can say is I got lucky with that hit.
That swing at the critical moment, I got so excited I almost forgot to give the play-by-play.
The ball went a lot farther than I thought it would. I'm very pleased with the result.
Wow, you're so modest. No wonder they call you the Ace Slugger, Junpei. By the way, is there anyone you'd like to dedicate this victory to?
Well, I'd like to dedicate that Grand Slam to my precious girl who's always supported me through thick and thin. I know that I can be a burden on you. I'm not the greatest, but will you marry me?
Yaso Inaba, end of the line. Yaso Inaba.
Sorry, sir, but this is the end of the line.
Oh, I was...
Oh yeah, that's right, Cheeto's still alive. This is, well, at least he doesn't bite. I've almost been bit by snapping turtles before. Oh, that's cute. So Cheeto surviving is canon. That's good. Because I know that I looked it up and apparently her survival isn't guaranteed in Persona 3 unless you make certain dialogue options, but it's good to know that she is canonically alive and that Junpei's still with her. That's adorable. Chidori. Thanks so much for waking me up right at the best part. I step off the train at an unfamiliar station in the countryside. A little resentment towards the station worker. Let's see here. Man, that's a tough name to make out. How am I supposed to pronounce that? It's written out beneath the kanji.
Oh, it's Yaso Ina, but wait. Where is this? Huh. Let's see what the shuttle train schedule is.
He's daydreaming about Chidori. I know. She's so... It's so cute that they're still together. That makes me happy. I check the train schedule and feel myself slipping into despair. Seriously, there aren't any more trains leaving the station? That was the final train for the night?
I've really done it now.
The great feeling that I had on Monoko withers away at once. What the hell, man? Why did this happen? Let's see. I worked a full shit at my job today, and the kids had a game after that. Yay, the music again.
If you get a hit, you'll be a hero. Are you gonna try for a home run?
Her surviving was an addition to P3 Fez and not in the original? Really? Well, I'm glad that it's a thing because seeing Junpei older and still being with her is like, it's adorable. Because, let's be real, I mean, outside of, you know, outside of video games and media, it's rare to see a relationship last a lifetime because our culture is so much about divorcing and breaking up and finding somebody, you know, new to be with and spice things up when you get bored. So when I get to hear things, even if it's fake like this game, when I get to hear things about people still being together after many, many, many years, it warms my heart. You know what I mean? It's the afternoon before a long holiday weekend. Normally I'd be busy with my part-time job and top secret missions, but on days off I transform into an excellent coach for a boys baseball team. This is our first game in a while, so I want to make sure these kids win somehow. The game's coming to an end and we're one run away from tying the score. I'm talking with Goru? How do you say that name? Gorau? How do you say that name? G-O-R-O-U.
Goru. Goru.
Goru. Huh. Goru.
Goru. Goru. Goru.
Goru. Huh. Okay. Goru, our cleanup hitter, who's getting too much of a swelled head over his position to actually focus on the game. Even if you could get in a clean hit, he'll never be able to do it like this.
Of course I am. You made me the cleanup hitter after all. I'm making this a home run, no matter what.
Let Junpei be happy. I mean, I know it goes against P3's message, but still. You still got Makoto's sacrifice. My boy Makoto's still dead, so.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you'll scare the ball away. Now listen up. Don't try to act cool. Just play like you normally would. The team's counting on you.
Goru stops boasting and turns towards the bench. The other kids are cheering Goru on at the top of their lungs.
Goro, keep your eye on the ball. You can hit it. The pitcher's totally freaked out.
See, a hero doesn't just hit homers all the time. Even if you mess up, there's guys behind you waiting to help. Now loosen up and do your best.
Gotcha.
Goru's face loosens the gruff facade he's been wearing and begins to focus. There we go, that's how it should be.
Thanks, Junpei.
Hey, you're supposed to call me Coach, you screwball. Make sure you stay loose.
I finished off by giving a bit of a hard smack on... Junpei, I know this game came out at a different time, but this is 2021, and if you smack a kid's butt with your bat, to send them off, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be charged with, like, a crime. So let's just pretend this sentence doesn't happen, okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that they added that. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad that I'm playing this game in 2021 where it's considered bad. Oh. Goru keeps his eye on the ball and lands a direct hit, sending the ball flying up past the outfielders. Alright, we're tied. Goru's standing at second base with a huge grin waving to us. Goru Akechi. Oh, yeah, you're right. But we ended up losing in the end, and all the kids cried. I cried too, of course. Well, it can't be helped. I did help these kids strengthen their bond together, so I should just leave well enough alone.
That was so close, guys. You almost won. All right, now I want you all to remember this at least. If you all work together, you'll never be beat. Okay, we're done for today.
After the game, I said some final words as their coach. If y'all work together, you'll never be beaten. That was that, man. Even I think that's an awesome speech. Oh yeah, thinking back on it now, I'm honestly proud I came up with it. I bet the kids are still carrying that moment around in their heads.
Yeah, I'm such an awesome coach. It's really worthwhile volunteering for a kids team even after working the night shift.
Because I'm still just underage. I'm not an official member of Mitsuru Senpai's Shadow Operatives, but I'm playing a very active part in some of the investigations. What do you mean, just underage? He was born in 93. What would that make him in this game? This game takes place in what? Wait, what year does this take place in? Hold on. So if he was born... I'm sorry, these questions confuse me. P4 Arena Ultimax. Okay, what year does this take place in? This game came out in 2013. 2013, 2014. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, I guess I should go off the original. So this... 2012 this game came out in? Okay, so 2012, 2013. Okay. So, if he was born in 93... would be 19. Or if it was 2013, he'd be 20. So what? He has to be 21 to join the Shadow Operatives? That's weird. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Wait, it's set 2 months after the events of Persona 4 and 2 years after its predecessor. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit. Shit, wait. My dates might be off. Persona 4. What's the last day in Persona 4? Accomplice endings, normal ending, true ending. March 20th, but it doesn't say what date it would be. What year does Persona 4 take in? Isn't it 2012? In 2012, in Windows in 2020. Oh wait, that was the original. 2011. Okay, so that's better. So 2011. So it's 2012 technically. He's still 19. Yeah. So what? How is he not old enough to be a part of the Shadow Operatives? Yeah, really? He's in Japan. Aren't you considered a legal adult at 18? Unlike America, where you're considered a quote. I mean, in America, I don't know what I mean. Like, you don't technically get all your adult privileges until 24, which is when you can rent a rental car. But 21, let's just say 21 is considered quote unquote turning into a full adult in America. Okay, I swear to God, 18 is in what is Japan's, right? Let's see, 20. Okay, so he's just underage. Okay. The legal age of adulthood in Japan is 20 years old. Okay. Wow. Really? Interesting. Wow, the legal age of adulthood. So he's just under 20. Wow. I learned something new today. That's interesting. Interesting. What? Did you guys know that age of adulthood in Japan is 20? That's weird. Okay, anyway. I get sent out from time to time to check on scenes where low-level shadow readings have been detected. Yeah, the missions are pretty plain, but I'm satisfied with them in my own way. Then again, when I do get sent out, most of the time it's nothing at all, but just like I told the kids, it's about putting out a consistent effort every day that goes for anything. It's not like I get these missions every day, so in the meantime I spend a lot of time at my part-time jobs. Even though it's kids' baseball, renting fields, and paying for rides to away games gets surprisingly expensive, I gave up on that dream, but I love teaching baseball to kids. It's really fun.
Man, it's like I'm finally starting to enjoy my youth after all this time. Crap. I'm starting to feel...
And that leads me to where I am now. Not only did I completely miss my stop, but I can't even get back home. I'm in a tight squeeze here.
How did I just fall asleep like that? I can't believe I slept through so many stops either. Seriously.
Well, cool. Now we all learned something today. I decided to leave the station for the time being. There's some basic vending machines outside and nothing else. It's actually kind of impressive. Crap, this is real bad. If something doesn't happen soon, it looks like I'm gonna end up sleeping outside.
Hey, what the heck am I gonna do now? I guess I better call some...
I pull out my phone, call up anyone I can think of, and so I can get a ride out of here, but surprised it's not on. Pray the battery didn't die while I was on the train and hold the power button and it turns on. No, the battery's in the red. I might not be able to make a single call at this point. Things never turn out well when they're this bad. Whew. And suddenly my ringtone echoes out in this empty place. Please speech, Dory.
Finally! Hey, Junpei, what were you doing? I've been calling you this whole time.
It's Yucatan. God damn it. How long has she been trying to call me? Maybe she got dumped by her boyfriend and needs a shoulder cry or something? Wait, does she even have a boyfriend? She sounds really pissed off for some reason, but meh. She's almost always like this after all. The most important thing right now is changing charging.
Oh, hey,
the phone.
Yucatan. Can we not talk about that now? My battery's about to die. Hey, what's that noise in the background? It's super loud.
Your phone's about to die? What's wrong with you? Mitsuru-senpai, Akihiko, Fuka, and Igus have gone missing. We're in a helicopter to find them.
They're missing?
We've looked in tons of places for them, but we can't find them.
Hold on a second, this doesn't make any sense at all. Mitsuru-senpai and the others went missing, and now Yukatan's in a helicopter trying to find them. This is too much information all at once. Turn around and check the name on the station again.
Somewhere called Yasoina something? I fell asleep on the train and missed my stop, and now I'm stuck out in the boonies.
You're at Yasoinaba Station? Why?
Why is she still surprised? I don't even know why I'm here. Okay, fine, it's because it's something with
Crap, Yucatan, the battery's going.
Fine, just wait there. We'll come get you. I'm with Kenkun and Koro-chan, and we've got Labrys here too. She's Igus's sister.
Huh? What was that? Lahu? Well, whatever. I'll just find a convenience store and...
Phone died. I consider what I should do now, but then again, I'm worried about Mitsuru-senpai too. I'll just have to buy a cheap charger at a gas station or something. Call Yucatan back. This may be out in the boonies, but there's gotta be a convenience store open around here. I start walking around the road in search of an open store. And for some time, I finally see a familiar lighted sign on the distance. I don't know why that was so hard to read. Krauser. Leon. Oh, it's Mayo Mart.
Nice, just what I wanted. I'm starving too, so maybe I should get myself something to eat.
Finally, with some relief over finding a store, my step grows lighter. So the lights ahead suddenly go out.
Don't tell me they're closed. What kind of convenience store isn't open 24/7
Yay,
these
Persona
days?
3 music! Dun dun, dark hour music. That's not right. It's just the convenience store. All the streetlights and lights in the houses have all gone out as well. Somehow the people that are outside the store have all vanished too. Even more strange, they didn't get pitch black out. Everything's illuminated in a hazy red light. Is this fog?
What the hell?
There's something familiar about the sight of this town suddenly falling silence. Hard to call it nostalgic, but it's just like that crazy thing that should have stopped 3 years ago, the dark hour. Talk about deja vu. First time I experienced the dark hour back then was in a convenience store. Akihiko-senpai rescued me that time.
Oh, there you are, Junpei.
Voice from behind me makes me turn around and I see a girl dressed in all pink. Is that Yucatan? What's gotten into her? She's dressed rather odd, but no mistaking her voice. Yucatan steps a short distance away from me and glares. She looks pissed. Just because I left the station after she told me to wait there, even then she seems way too
Hey, Yucatan! I'm making an effort at least. But hey, Mitsuru-senpai's gone missing? What's going on?
Damn, she's really pissed. Steady, Junpei. Okay, when you're pushed into a real hard case, you need to throw outside the strike zone just to test the waters. Throw them off their game and see how they react, right? Yeah, but genius.
So, you look great, huh? Is that your, feather pink outfit? Are you doing an autograph tour out here? Come meet the Feathermen.
I tried to throw her my best curveball and she looks just as mad. Oh, crap.
You never shut up, do you? You're nothing but a minor character. A mook, a minion, a loser. Just die and let the world have your body back.
What the fuck?
Hey, what? Aren't you being crueler than usual?
It's time for your punishment. Bring on the ring.
Oh. Yucatan suddenly raises one hand and she delivers the cheesy line. With that, 4 red pillars from the sky stab into the ground around us, forming a fighting ring. I don't know what's going on. It suddenly feels really dangerous. I place my bag on the ground, then I pull out my favorite bag and take a cautious stance.
You're a quick learner for an idiot. No wonder you're a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I look around in search of the source of that voice and see a television dangling from a telephone pole. Who or what with... What is that? A round body, a doofy hat, a cape, and a cane. Some local station cartoon mascot that I don't know about. Saying something about a General Teddy. What's that, his name? And why would a TV be hanging from a pole like that?
Who the hell are you? I don't know what's going on, so you better explain yourself. If this is some prank show, it's not fun.
You really are a yappy idiot. Now let's begin Operation World Destruction.
P1 Climax?
I'm not in the mood to drag this out, so I'll just give a short rundown. The rules are simple. Win and you get to move on. Lose and you're stuck here.
Huh? You mean I have to fight Yucatan?
Oh, you really are a pain in the ass. If you're not gonna do this, then hurry up and die. Here we go! Persona!
Gust of wind blows and I recognize Yucatan's persona before me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not only are we fighting, but we're doing with our personas? That doesn't make any sense. I don't even have my evoker on me. Uh-oh. But when I look back at Yucatan, she's already got her bow drawn and pointed at me. Oh man, she's completely right there.
Whoa, hold on, Featherpink. We can talk this out. I mean, you shouldn't be pointing that at people.
When desperate please invading, Yucatan shoots an arrow at me with no hesitation. I manage to dodge away just in time. Nice aim. I mean, wait.
Stop moving around, Junpei. Just give up now and let me kill you.
What the hell did I do to deserve this? Looks like I'm just gonna have to run. While avoiding the arrows raining down on me, I started a mad dash towards the train station.
Ow! What the heck?
That's what I said! Only the victor can leave the area. Now hurry up and get this fight started!
I reach out to where I hit someone. Sure enough, there's an invisible wall there. I guess I can't go beyond those red pillars. Does this mean that I'm seriously in trouble here?
I hope you're prepared. Face me, evildoer. You're no match for Featherpink. Strike out batter.
Strikeout batter? What the hell does that mean? Did I get promoted from a generic bad guy to a villain out of the blue? Well, I guess I'll just have to fight a bit and pray that it's enough to knock Yucatan back or something.
Yeah. Desperate times call for desperate measures. How dare you, Featherman? I, Lord Junpei, will strike you down.
God damn it, Stupay, you're such a dork. I love you. In this day and age, most stores aren't open 24/7. There's a couple. Like, isn't Quick Trip considered 24/7? I don't know. I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't think around where I am there's anything that's open 24/7. I know Walmart is. A couple of gas station chains are. Ooh. Ooh. Damn.
Really?
Go get him!
Home run!
Alright, announcement over. Until next time.
Junpei's kind of fun to play as. Home run!
The Mook wins! Keep that up and keep winning!
Who are you calling a mook? Wait, you can tell.
The red pillar shattering, Yucatan suddenly starts melting away like a black piece of candy. Just then, what looks like golden grains of sand fly up into the air and flow across the sky. That costume guy on the monitor just disappeared. Does that mean the invisible walls I ran into are gone now too, maybe?
What was that just now? It wasn't a dream, right? I slept a ton on the train after all.
I pinch myself and look around. Wow, the lights are still out in the city and there's no one around. Could this really be the dark hour? The way that Yucatan disappeared seems familiar too.
Was that a shadow?
Was that a fake Yucatan? The convenience store's light went out right around midnight, I think. Past midnight, it reminds me of the dark hour. That was our battlefield that we fought within 3 years ago.
Did the dark hour come back?
At the stroke midnight, the world seemingly stops and time, and the world becomes a place where only persona-using people like us can move around. During that time, people disappear and shadows show up instead. Normal people don't even notice that this time exists. At the very least, the situation looks like a lot like the dark hour.
But wait a sec. How'd I use my persona without an evoker?
Those with potential like us are able to summon personas by resolving ourselves to death. Oh, wait. Interesting. Those with potential like us are able to summon personas by resolving ourselves to death. But in order to acquire the trigger for such resolve, we usually use these things called evokers. They're shaped like guns, but during that fight I wasn't able to summon my persona Trismegistus just by thinking about it with my head. Oh, I was able to summon it just by thinking about it in my head. This feels like it's more dangerous than the dark hour. that's the case, then could the disappearance of Mitsuru-senpai and the rest be related to this phenomena?
Is that General Teddy guy behind this? We'd better step barefully.
God damn it, Junpei. You just had to do a bear pun. Now I don't like you anymore. This costume dude told me to keep winning, but I don't know anything about this town. Well, just standing around here isn't do me any good, so I guess I should head back to the stage for now. That's where the real Yucatan told me to wait.
Let's see here. Which way was it?
I start walking back the way I came, but something's obviously wrong. I mean, I don't think it took me this long to get from the station to the store. And it might just because of the fog, but the street poles and streets look distorted. Whew. Amazed that changes every time you look at it. Then it itself reminds me of the past. Was that a girl who needs help? Somebody might be getting attacked by something similar to that monster's Yucatan. I mean, that monster looked like Yucatan. If that really was a shadow, then there's no way I can ignore him. I'm a shadow. I'm a shadow operative's lethal weapon, after all. I look towards where I heard the sound coming from, and I see a giant shopping center like you'd one find in the suburbs. The sign says Jeunesse. To be continued. Nope. Wow.
Oh, hey, I know that store. Every day's great.
God damn it, Junpei. I don't remember that place from a moment ago, but I'm positive I heard that girl's scream come from there. She needs me to rescue her.
Hang on, I'm coming! Shadow Operative Junpei Iori is on the scene!
I forced open the stuck automatic door with my hands and almost tripped over a number of things while running into the building. Every day is great at your Jeunesse. To be continued. Every day is great at your Jeunesse. Well, yeah, Jeunesse is a chain store. Alright, but before we start, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to use the bathroom. And yeah, so I'll be right back, guys. I suggest taking a stretch, getting a snack, whatever you need to do, and I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back. Also, these bear puns will give Hops a pandemonium. Oh my god, Clint. Why? Why? You and your fucking bear puns are unbearable. I bet you were in Cub Scouts, Clint. Ha. Is your favorite dessert blueberry pie? Ha. You never succeed because you do the bare minimum? Do you prefer to go barefoot? Ha! Look how funny I am. Ha ha. Fucking bear puns. Bear puns suck. Thanks, Ninja. I got chicken wings.
Where am I?
So I'm gonna eat chicken wings while I play. Blue skies and azure ocean spread out before my eyes. A gentle breeze brushes my cheek as I stand on a blindingly glistening beach. The sun shining from high above. The sound of waves is calming.
What am I doing here? Wasn't I going through maintenance at Mitsuru-san's place?
I know, chicken wings are so good. Except when you get the bones and you're not trying to eat the bones. I retraced my memories with a hint of bewilderment because I had been severely damaged in the recent battles. I was to undergo full repairs at the laboratory of the Shadow Operative Facility. I was placed into a protective case and Fukusan explained what was going to happen while I stood nearby.
Oh, this must be a dream then.
I vaguely remember the sensation, similar to something I've experienced a number of times before. Fukusan said that she would shut down my consciousness during maintenance, and thus I shouldn't be able to dream. Is this a random phenomenon occurring in my reboot process?
I'm dressed like this again.
I'm wearing the uniform from Yasagami High. My arms are human arms. Since what's in one's heart can be reflected in dreams, this must be one of my desires. Still, I know nothing is. I know it's nothing but an illusion. You're right, Ninja. That's what I'm doing. I'm dumping my delicious chicken wings in ranch. I understand, and I won't deny it any longer. This really isn't an appearance that I wanted to recall so soon after what happened yesterday. Like things to me deeper than my heart will let me be that way. Still gazing at the scenery, I cease to care about such things. Take a step towards the pier just out of the beach, then turn my attention to my internal GPS.
Guess there's no use doing something like that in a dream.
Tomorrow's the grand finale of Union Cross. Yeah, I'm not ready for it. I'm gonna cry. Part of me wants to stream my reaction, but then another part of me is like, I want to experience the ending. You know, the way I've always experienced Union Cross. It's where I had a certain wish in my heart sometimes long ago.
It's so beautiful. If this really is a dream, maybe I can keep going.
Just when I think that the pier under my feet crumbles, disappears with us, just get the azure water swallows me. The sun's light becomes dim and I feel no anxiety. A mysterious sensation envelops me as if everyone is near me and I'm connected with everyone. Eventually, when the feeling of floating becomes stronger, I lose all sense of up and down. The sea changes into a field of countless lights in the darkness.
Now, where could this be?
Oh my god, she's in the heart.
It seems I have an odd guest. Oh.
Elizabeth!
You're that misrepresent. No. Press stand? Ah, yes, Miss President. We met the other day.
I turned to the voice of a familiar woman in a blue dress, Elizabeth. She gave me a word of caution during yesterday's battle. When I was turning my eyes away from my true self, this is an unexpected reunion with the person who appeared before me like a storm and left with the same amount of force.
Oh, hi. Thanks a bunch for back then. I didn't get to thank you properly at the time.
You faced yourself and overcame the ordeal through your strength alone. And the feelings of those at the scene certainly helped as well. Still, my assistance was merely the cake under the ice.
Under the ice? I don't know what that means. This place is beautiful.
This is a world within people's hearts. Since you are here, it's most likely that you are at rest in the real world. Now that you have gained a heart of your own and are nurturing it, I wouldn't be surprised if you were to wander here at times.
That all sounds pretty complicated. What are you doing here, Elizabeth?
To put it as Frank would, it is a secret. But if there was something I could say about it, I am yearning for an unseen power.
Huh? You want power too? Even though you're insanely strong already?
Oh, all this talk of power has reminded me of something. It seems you have obtained a new power through that battle earlier. I do not mean to be rude, but my adorable personality cannot restrain my infinite curiosity for such things. Would you show it to me?
Huh? Wait. Hey, hold on now. Are you saying you want to fight me right this minute?
My, how could I have forgotten? A boisterous brawl in this place would certainly not be elegant.
I'm not talking about where we are.
Worry not. I will prepare a worthy stage at once.
Wait, you'll what? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the global version of the KHUX has been pretty much shut down, Ninja. So we're lucky to get anything from the Twitter. She flips open the book with a fluid motion. As she does, a blue circle draws itself in the air, and scenery around us changes.
This place.
The tranquil ocean-like area changes into a familiar place. This is the announce room at the school that I had created. Beyond the glass is this red-stained room, hanging the corpses of my sisters I shared with my own hands. I feel my lump of the throat as the memories come back to me. I look down and see my body has returned to its cold, white, metallic one. This is my true form.
Oh, are you a bit shaken? My apologies, but it seems we're being pressed for time.
Before I can sort out my emotions, the aura I feel from Elizabeth begins to intensify. She's coming.
Without further ado, here I come. Your fate is in the cards.
Thanatos! Yeah, I got that too, Clint.
Oh my, impressive. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The time has come. Your fate is in the cards.
Dizzy! You're in trouble now.
I see. Remarkable, remarkable. As I anticipated.
Seriously?
Forgive me.
Negative penalty.
Oh my. Oh no. Oh no. You have shown me your potential.
Take this!
I think that's the case, though. Wouldn't it make sense that Union Cross ties up the last few loose ends we have in the series, and then after Melody of Memories, it sets up the next game.
Well done. I have indeed witnessed the power you have acquired.
While I was preoccupied while fighting Elizabeth, I remembered something. This is a place where I faced myself and gained something precious and irreplaceable. Yukun, Mitsuru-san, and all the others. Imagining their faces caused a mysterious strength to well up from within me.
Have I? Have I gotten stronger?
As Elizabeth smiles, she calmly returns to the conversation we've been having.
Whether you can accomplish your wish and your heartfelt promise is up to you. If you can't do it, no one else will be able to do it for you. But from a different perspective, that means that anything is possible depending on you. Don't you think it could be perceived that way?
If I do it.
That is correct. Though, it would be most important to prioritize overcoming the ordeal that is coming your way.
Huh? What ordeal? Isn't this just a dream?
The ordeal that has made itself known quite close by. I bid you good luck.
Wait, hold on! What's this ordeal you're talking about? What do you mean?
The announcement room begins to fade away and disappear into the distance. I hear a siren-like sound. As in sync with the siren, Elizabeth begins to grow hazy as well.
Wait! You have to tell me more!
My own voice was lost in the warning sound that crashes over me. Like waves, I just need to talk to her just a little more. The moment after everything goes right, the laboratory appears in my vision. The ear-piercing wailing sound fills the air. This is the real one.
Good. You're finally up and running. Seriously, I am terrible with machine.
I look towards the west, see an unfamiliar man in a black pinstripe suit. The man looks frustrated as he fumbles with my case, disconnecting wires leading from terminals to my body.
So how about it? Can you move?
Who are you?
I'm Kurosawa, a police detective. Do you know what a police...
Kurosawa, I have no memory of this now. For some reason, I recognize his name. This must be information that was inserted into my knowledge database. Beginning personal scan, matching iris and voice print. Identified Detective Kurosawa.
Oh, are you with Mitsuru-san and them?
Something like that.
As far as I can find in the database, he seems to be a person who can be trusted. He has a long history of private and public interaction with Mitsuru-san and the other shadow operatives.
I'll make this quick. There's an emergency. The car that the lady, that Mitsuru Kurijo was in, has gone missing.
Mitsuru-san? What do you mean?
An emergency? She's missing? Only after hearing this do I pause to re-examine my surroundings. This siren must be responsive to these ongoing events. I'm unable to get a grasp on the situation and only become more confused.
We'll talk later. We need to get to the roof.
As he speaks, Detective Kurosawa tosses me a small bundle. I open it to find the Yasugami High uniform I've been wearing in my dream. Does he want me to wear this? Though I'm still perplexed, I put on the uniform Detective Kurosawa gave me and follow him as he runs up the stairway. I see that his gun is drawn. As we bound up the stairs, I desperately ask him the questions boiling in my mind.
Kurosawa-san, are Mitsuru-san and the others okay? Who took them?
Go quietly. We've got to hurry here. We were being pursued, too.
I'm taking it back for a moment. Shadow operatives may be part of the National Police Agency, but their existence has been kept from the civilian population. This lab's very existence should be hidden from ordinary people, and yet has been attacked.
Enemies? Hey, I could...
Don't. The ones coming after us are human. On top of that, they're from public safety.
This only confuses me even more. What's going on here? The public safety group are at the very top of the National Police Agency Security Bureau. They should be on our side. Why are they becoming after us? I bite my lip in fear. I thought that I finally met people who understood me, and that I finally had a place where I belong, yet now that I'm awakened and being pursued by armed people once more, people are supposed to be on our side at that. Painful memories of Yakushima return to my mind. I shake my head trying to clear up the thoughts, but it's not that easy. At least that moment, Detective Kurosawa speaks up as if he can see throughout my emotions.
I know it has to be tough, but bear with it. That's how you live, by fighting.
His words snap me out of my reverie. That's right, this world is noisy full of things like this. There are people who understand me and accept me, and they're staying right by my side. Had I not made my own decision to protect these people?
Thanks, Kurosawa-san. Say, want to take a shortcut to the room?
With that, I pick up Kurosawa-san and run ahead. I'm going to do everything I can.
Hey, what are you...
I jump and ignite the boosters on my back, then kick off the wall. A bit of a rough move, but I determine that it's in our best interest to proceed as quickly as possible.
Here we go!
Whoa!
Oh, good old Kurosawa. We shoot up the staircase to the next landing, where I kick the wall again, instead of flying up the staircase in the opposite direction. I repeat this a number of times, rocking us up the extreme long staircase and allow us to reach the door to the rooftop in less than a minute.
You've got some...
Sorry.
It's fine. Looks like I can trust you to get things done.
Jacob Kurosawa seems pale, but he still stands up at his feet, strength of will in his eyes as he speaks to me.
Well, from here on, this is a battle that only you can fight.
Who opens the door slowly, the chilly air from outside rushes through the gap.
I'm putting their lives in your hand.
Kurosawa-san opens the door fully and the wind whips at us. Bow, bow, bow.
Go on.
Go now!
Gotcha! Okay! Kikuru-san, let's go!
God damn it, pub sec.
Looks like we managed to get away.
We got out in time. It's nice to meet you, Labris. I'm Yukari Taki.
Oh, yes. I'm Kanemata. Wow, so it's true that you're like Aigus-san. Oh, and this is Koromaru. Huh? A dog? He's not just a pet. Koromaru might not look like it, but he can fight as well.
Beginning personal scans, everyone on the helicopter seems to be a member of the Shadow Operatives. According to the new data I was given during our repairs, they're all Mitsuru-san's friends since high school. These people are all comrades who fought alongside Mitsuru-san and each other.
Takeba-san? You're dressed in a kinda interesting way.
Huh? Oh, this? Yeah, I got picked up suddenly for my job, and I didn't have any time to check. I bet I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Also, you can just call me Yukari. I hope we get along, Labyrinth.
But to think that organization would come after us now at such an important time. If Kurosawa-san hadn't gotten that tip, we'd be doomed.
Hey, right. What's going on with those guys? Who are they again? Public...
Oh, that's right. You don't know.
Ken-kun politely explains the situation to me. Some people in the public safety department don't think well of the Shadow Operatives, and when Mitsuru-san and the others went missing, public safety took advantage of this confusion and attempted to take control of the Shadow Operatives' headquarters. They've been trying to remove Mitsuru-san from her position and showed up at the lab in an attempt to confiscate me for evidence. To move this quickly after she disappeared, though, public safety must have some way of knowing what's going on within the Shadow Operatives.
They say Mitsuru-san set everything up. She would never...
I can't understand it either. All this about honor and adult circumstances is food.
Yeah, but there are some people in public safety who don't agree with that. Or else Kurosawa-san wouldn't have gotten that anonymous tip.
Oh, that reminds me. I wonder if Kurosawa-san's okay.
Koromaru says that he's alright.
Huh? Can you understand dogs too, Yukari-san?
Well, no, but I've known Koromaru for a while, and that just seems like what he's saying. I'm sure Kurosawa-san will be just fine.
Koromaru-san's wife reminds me of something snowy. My friend who I met on the southern island. I can tell from Yukari-san's word that all the other people here in this helicopter know each other very well.
So where are we going now anyway? We're gonna go look for Mitsuru-san and them, right?
Right. It looks like there was an increased shadow reading someplace called Inaba, and they were headed there. We'll go that way for now.
Inaba.
That's right, this could be a continuation of the events from yesterday, an ordeal. Elizabeth's words from my chief echo my mind.
Don't look so blue. I'm sure Mitsuru is fine.
Excuse me.
She's got Akihiko-senpai, Fuka, and even Aigus with her after all. Oh, right. You're Aigus' sister, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I was made just before her, though.
You seem so stiff. You don't need to be so polite with us.
I heard that you were an earlier model than Aigus-san, but you don't seem less advanced at all. You seem perfectly normal. Do you fight with that axe you're carrying? Could I touch it?
Two of them are interacting with me quite normally, even though they know I'm a machine, even though they must know what happened in Inaba and about my past. Their acceptance makes me happy. Koromaro-san is gazing intently at me too.
Yukari-san, have you been able to make contact with Iori-san?
A voice from the cockpit interrupts us. Kikuno-san, Mitsuru-san's maid, is in the pilot seat. She seems demure, but if she can pilot a helicopter like this, her skills seem to know no limits. But I've been told that Kikuno-san isn't a Persona user. Isn't it dangerous for her to come with us in a situation like this?
I completely forgot. Hold on a sec.
Yukari-san pulls out her cell phone. It seems they are trying to meet with Junpei Iori, another part-time shadow operative and also a fellow comrade since high school. While Yukari-san is on the phone, I decided to ask Kikuno-san about the doubts I have.
Saikawa-san, you're not a Persona user, are you?
Please call me Kikuno. And no, I only have the potential towards the Dark Hour.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Even the maids in the Kirijo family are a maid.
So that means you can't fight shadows, right? And ain't it dangerous for you to come along?
If I have the correct information, then the grotesque monsters known as shadows and our enemies can only be defeated by people who can use personas. In other words, since Kikuno-san is an ordinary human, she could never defeat a shadow, even if she was the most proficient warrior in the world. If she ever encountered a shadow on her own, she would face immediate death. Yet she smiles warmly as she answers me.
There are more ways to deal with shadows than the direct method. We've never met in person, but I was involved in the operation to rescue you last time. We all do whatever we can to the best of our abilities to fulfill the roles we've been given. That is what it means to fight.
Oh, wow, she's a true professional.
To be honest, I don't understand. True Kikuno-san is helping us by piloting the helicopter, but if that's all it took, then someone could easily program me with the ability to fly the helicopter, and there would be no need for her to be exposed to the danger of having to join this operation?
I see.
I can't think of any other words to say, and I look away from her. I end up meeting Kenkun's eyes, and I feel a little awkward.
It's no use, he's not picking up. This is so important. Why now?
Yukari-san puts down her phone and turns to us again, and everyone's attention returns to getting up to speed on the current situation.
Oh well. We'll just have to begin our search on our own.
You know, Kikuno-san, I'm surprised you knew where we were without having to contact us at all.
I traced the GPS signals from your cell phones. We're still partners with the police force, so it's no problem to do that in an emergency. Then again, we've just seen how even that doesn't always help.
You mean about Junpei-san?
It's like he's going out of his way to inconvenience us.
Yukari-san's size is a somewhat astounding expression, so I reflect that this Junpei-san appears to be something of an odd person. Kikuno-san taps her armrest as if remembering something.
Oh dear, I almost forgot. Labra-san, please review these documents until we arrive at our destination.
With that, she hands me a folder.
Fuka-san asked me to tell you about this, but under the circumstances, would you please look through the material on your own?
As I flip through the documents in a thick file, I notice that certain names appear again and again. Mitsuru, Akihiko, and the names of everyone here. What is this?
It's a summary of the activities that took place 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
You must... I see. Whoever's behind what's going on is definitely connected to those events.
3 years ago refers to the incident leading to Mitsuru-san and the rest meeting one another. I haven't had the chance to go over it in detail, but certainly it's the case that became the impetus for Mitsuru-san to establish the Shadow Operatives. And the bonds that they have formed among each other, they were nurtured through battles that took part in back then. Such a deep connections look radiant to my eyes. I decide that it's important that I learn more about what happened, than as important as learning more about who or whatever is behind the events going on. If I just wanted information on it, I could easily transfer that data directly into my memory. But by actively reading it like this, I will be able to understand what happened. Her thoughtfulness of treating me the same as a person makes me happy. Kikuno-san glances at me once more and nods slightly as if in approval.
I think it looks good on you. A proper appearance is important when going out on a grand stage.
She mean the uniform I'm wearing? Oh, I guess she must have been the one who prepared the Yasagami High uniform that Kurosawa gave me. Her sudden compliment is a little embarrassing, but I can't help but smile. And this uniform to me is proof of my connection to Yukun and his friends.
Thanks.
Kikuno-san reacts to the small smile that produces some other items.
Yukari-san, Ken-san, I have acquired evokers and suitable weapons for you.
Wow, thank you! This would be the best for me.
Ken-kun takes the spear from Kikuno-san and sits back with a satisfied expression. The spear is longer than Ken-kun is tall, but he seems confident. Wouldn't such a weapon be too unwieldy for him to handle?
Kikuno-san, What is that?
Kikuno-san hands Yukari-san what appears to be a large pink bow that perfectly matches the suit she's wearing. It's not on seeing it, Yukari-san looks baffled.
It's the ultimate arrow! It's so pink.
I acquired reference material from the publisher and had it made. Don't worry, it's more functional than the prop on your show.
I'm pretty sure that makes it the best bow ever created, but...
In actual combat, I thought that using a form factor you're comfortable with would be best.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to have a logical explanation like that.
Was my arrangement unnecessary?
Yeah, it was unnecessary. No, it's fine.
I like it. Can I see it for a moment?
As Cancun reaches towards the bow with interest, I sense the helicopter slightly
We're
to the side.
circling around. Please hang on to something.
The helicopter leans more sharply as Cancun speaks. It seems that we need to take on more fuel before we reach Inaba. I reflect on Elizabeth's words as I look down the view spreading out before us. It reminds me of that mysterious sea-like place. Where are we? Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Where are we? There in the helicopter's heavy. Upon reaching the last known location, Mitsurusan and the others, we immediately saw the guardrails broken as if a car had smashed through it. We looked down the cliff and discovered a black vehicle below, unmistakably Mitsurusan's limo. There was no skid marks on the road that indicates braking. The car's body was seriously damaged. It appears that it had been going at a very high rate of speed which hit the barrier. Everyone paled in an instant, and we all are at a loss for words. But the driver was the only person in the vehicle, and though he was injured, there were no traces of blood from anyone other than him in the car. We wondered for a moment if the others had been able to leave the vehicle on their own, but if they had, they would have tried to contact us. It also seemed odd that they left an unconscious and injured man behind. Furthermore, there were no footprints around the vehicle at all. We did another search for the GPS signal, but there were no signs of their whereabouts. That left us with only one conclusion.
I hate to think about it, but does this mean that they've been captured?
Let us be optimistic and assume that they're still alive. If they were captured, then the enemy values their lives and will do no harm. We do have a chance.
I carried the injured driver from the bottom of the cliff back up to the road. Kikuno-san requested a vehicle to transport him to the hospital under the Kirijo's family's care. Kikuno-san made this decision since we wouldn't have been able to explain what happened to a normal ambulance. Oops, I skipped past that. Kikuno-san asked the personnel who arrived to transport to try to ask the driver about what happened when he regained consciousness. That will likely be difficult for Howard. If this is similar to what happened last time, the driver would have no memories of the events, much like people who captured me and transported me to Inaba last time. However, there's no guarantee that the same had happened to the limousine driver. Not long after we were back in the helicopter, which takes us to where we are now. To be honest, everyone's at a loss about how bad the situation is. Cancun tries to change the topic and attempt to divert us from our worries.
It's amazing that you know how to pilot a helicopter, Kikuno-san. I heard that it's hard to hover in the mountains. Did you train for that?
Only a couple of years ago, but I have taken part in an assault operation involving a helicopter.
You were in an assault with a helicopter?
Just a high school dormitory.
Huh? Oh yeah, I remember that.
I decided to learn how to pilot in the event that if someone attempted the same move, I would be able to respond properly.
My understanding has been renewed. It seems that the being a maid is a very serious and very difficult occupation.
Oh, damn. Well, I finally got in touch with Junpei. I don't know why, but he's already at Yaso Inaba Station, so I told him to stay there. In any case, we should head to Inaba too. We might find some kind of clue there.
Mitsurusan's group had gone missing before sunset. It's almost midnight now.
Whoever did this must be the same person who kidnapped Labra-san. It's unthinkable anyone else would be able to do that. The question is what he intends to accomplish by kidnapping them.
Cancun flips through the reports on the events in the case up until now, seemingly lost in thought. What is to be gained by kidnapping Mitsurusan this time? That moment, heavy static flickers across the radio displays on the helicopter.
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight, we will witness the hottest battles in all history.
Oh no.
The goddess of victory is waiting to descend upon the ring. P1 fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
Time to let loose an all-out war!
The contestants in the previous P1 Grand Prix have returned for another tournament, right on the heels of the last one. These warriors will create another legend here at the world-shattering P1 Ring! These are battles of honor, battles of will, Sparks will fly! Some fight for pride! Some fight for glory! Will this be decided by pure muscle, or will a battle of wits determine the outcome? Things are heating up! Tonight, who will win the title of champion? Who will be crowned with the winner's wreath? Whose tale of glory will resound for generations? All that remains are the dreams of the warriors. As the Grand Prix plunges into its final chapter, the P1 climax is...
barely getting started!
What was that just now? Weren't those the Persona users in Inaba? It showed Mitsuru-senpai and the others, too.
I read the case records. If I recall correctly, was that the Midnight Channel that was being broadcast in Inaba? I was on it too, but it wasn't like that last time.
All of us in the helicopter are utterly confused. Who would broadcast something like that? Why? The P1 climax is obviously a continuation of the fighting tournament. Suddenly the monitor switches to another feed.
Have you been well, Lobby-chan?
General Teddy? But I thought I already...
General Teddy in the recent P1 Grand Prix, the one calling itself General Teddy turned out to be my own shadow. But I accepted my shadow and gained the power to use a persona. But if he's on the screen again, then General Teddy ignores that confusion and continues.
There's no way I'd go away so easily. I mean, a P1 without me is like a tuna sandwich without the tuna.
He can hear us? Isn't he that weird Persona user named Teddy?
No, he must be the General Teddy who hosted the fighting tournament last time. The record said he'd been eliminated, though. General Teddy, where did you take Mitsuru-san and the others? If you don't give us a good answer, you're gonna pay!
It's past your bedtime, Cubby. If you're gonna keep giving me lip, I'm not going to explain anything.
Explain?
That's right. I mean, the three of you are very important guest stars in the P1 climax, after all. So you'll participate, of course, right?
What? Where are you at?
If you value the lives of the hostages, you yapping pup, you don't have any choice but to participate.
Huh?
The P1 climax. It's the end of the world. One-on-one death match that's worthy of the name Climax. And best of all, if you don't win the one-on-one tournament to the finish within the hour, the world will end. No punches pulled this time. I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV world. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can. Alrighty then. Time to show off how that special stage is going.
Video feed switches to something else. It's gonna be them crucified, right?
Was that Mitsuru-senpai?
Sonata-san, Aiga-san, and Fuka-san too!
What will be the fate of our captured queen and her loyal minions? Oh, and this is a no-fly zone. We don't have any room in the parking lot for that thing, so you'd better start walking to the battleground. As a little incentive, Persona! Kintoki Doji! Throw him a tomahawk!
With that last command from General Teddy, the monitor turns off and after a moment of silence, Kiku and his son shouts from the cockpit.
An alarm? No. There really is a missile coming our way. Evasive maneuvers. Brace yourself.
A missile?
As soon as Kiku and his son shouts, the helicopter makes a sharp turn and we're all thrown to the side. There's a deafening roar and the helicopter shakes badly but recovers.
Are we hit? It barely missed, but there's a good chance that it will still detonate.
It exploded! Wait, it's a firework?
In the moments after the explosion, General Cuddy's face was drawn to the night sky with a colorful spark. He managed to capture his image, taunting us with his tongue sticking out.
He obviously missed on purpose. It was most likely fired from the direction of Ina.
That is not funny at all! Is he trying to start a war or something? Wait, what is that?
There's something in the distance.
It's huge!
Yukari-san points towards the shape of a gigantic building structuring towards the sky. Something red is writhing about the bizarre structure, trying to envelop the town below it. Is red fog?
I'll zoom in.
Kikuna-san adjusts the monitor that just displayed General Teddy's laughing face to show us this enormous structure up ahead. I noticed Yukari-san and Cancun both tense up when they catch sight of it.
No way. This is just like
Tartarus.
Searching data for Tartarus. Results found. A labyrinth that only appears during the dark hour and a breeding ground for shadows. It was also a place where a powerful being was going to descend upon the world to bring about destruction. The documents in my hand have a page dedicated to it as well. What I read there confounds me. 3 years ago, when Mr. Sun and her companions were in high school, something happened here. All I can gather is that they fought desperately in a tower called Tartar Sauce that resembles the one outside. As the red fog grows thicker, the building that Cancun and Yukari-san refer to as Tartar Sauce begins to disappear from our view.
I'm sorry to do this, but I have to withdraw before we're shot down.
But we've come so far!
If they fire another one at us, I won't be able to dodge again. Even if it's only a firework, a direct hit can still bring us down.
Hold on, Kikuno-san. Can you drop low enough somewhere so we can get out?
There's no way. If we land, we'll be sitting duck.
No, once we're out, you get out of here. You don't need to land.
What are you saying?
Please, do it. Don't worry. Remember, General Teddy asked us to come on foot. We'll manage somehow.
Understood. I'm looking for a landing site. There appears to be a large shopping center nearby.
While dodging explosions from missiles flying mercilessly towards us, the helicopter nosedives, plunging us towards the ground as we move closer to Inaba.
Labra-san, please take this. It may be of use. It contains the data that was taken from the Ergonomics Research Laboratory's top-secret files. The creator's name is Shuji Ikutsuki.
Shuji Ikutsuki. That name was also in the documents that Kikune-san had given me. He betrayed Mitsuru-san at the last moment 3 years ago and revealed himself as an enemy. Even since the death of Koetsu Kirijo, the patriarch of the Kirijo group family 2 generations ago, this man took the lead in all the dangerous events relating to the shadows. This is how dangerous that man is. With the documents, I'll say that Ikutsuki took his own life.
The file name was Project Puppet Master. I'm not entirely sure if that's a code or a description of the project.
Puppet Master? Could that be something to do with me and Aigis?
I was only able to decrypt a portion of it, but it seems to be data on an experiment involving a plume of dusk.
An experiment with a plume of dusk. So, why are you giving this to me?
It may assist you in determining the enemy's identity. Actually, I found traces of an unauthorized attempt to access this file from outside of the Ergo Research Network. I investigated this and found that the requests made to break in originated from this vicinity, likely from within Inaba itself.
Huh? So someone in Inaba knew about that research before all this started and was looking for it?
Kikune-san nods silently. Of all the files on the quarantine server to go after, if this one was specifically targeted, then the hacker must at least have known of its presence here. The cyber attack wasn't done by some ordinary hacker who broke into the server and was looking around out of curiosity, which means that the hacker is probably either the culprit himself or someone connected to them.
The firewall prevented the intruder from accessing the file, but the attempted hacker didn't even try to cover their tracks.
What? Who would do this?
The hacker didn't even attempt to cover their access to the server? Could that mean that they wanted someone to know about the existence of this file, even if they failed to access it? That doesn't make much sense. Putting aside whatever doubts we have, Kikuno-san continues on.
It was only in fragments, but the name Sho Minazuki appears many times in those files.
Who is he?
Sho Minazuki. I don't know the name. Could that person be the culprit? Fairly, there's no mistake that the person is deeply related to this case.
I'll contact you once we crack the encryption, but in case it becomes difficult to transfer the data to you, I'll give you a copy.
Then I'll download that data into myself and take a look at the parts that you've managed to decrypt.
That would be for the best.
Gotcha.
Kikuno-san had a memory card. I inserted it into my memory slot, saved the data onto my internal memory. Just as Kikuno-san sent most of its experiment records, one file remains that cannot be read. Project Puppet Master. What's in that file?
We'll be over at Junes Shopping Center in a moment. Everyone, prepare to disembark.
Hold on, over there. Isn't there someone on the rooftop?
We all peer into the distance. Beyond the haze of the Red Fog is Inaba's largest shopping center. My search reveals that the place belongs to a chain named Junes. A blurry figure can vaguely be seen on the roof. Yukun? For a moment I think of someone I know well, but the height, the physique, and the shape of the roof don't resemble anyone I know. Cancun raises a pair of binoculars and attempts to make out the figure's face.
That's impossible! Huh? It's... Ikutsuki.
What?
Huh? No way!
Shuji Ikutsuki? The name leaves me at a loss for words. Perhaps he's mistaken. I open sight of the helicopter, and a strong gust of wind blows in. I ignore the wind and lean out to get better look at the person on the roof. Helicopter suddenly attacked from an unexpected direction. The vehicle sways alarmingly. This wasn't another missile. I look in and I see another shape standing near the figure on the rooftop. I knew it.
We're under attack! By a persona!
Doesn't make sense. According to the records, Shuji Ikutsuki was never able to use persona. Is that man on the roof truly this Ikutsuki person?
The enemy's preparing for another attack. Incoming!
Fire Rayhan raised an objection. Yukari-san fixes her eyes on the enemy and draws her revoker. As expected for someone who's been in action combat for all year, she quickly makes a decision.
Little persona!
Yukari-san fingers her flexes on the trigger of the revoker, but in the instant before she pulls it, Yukari-san's persona appears creating a whirl around the helicopter that calls the shadow attacking us.
What? I didn't even use my evoker yet.
Seeing Yukari-san so bewildered sends a chill down my spine. Being able to summon a persona without the necessary tool to aid in summoning. Mitsuru-san and Akiyu-san report a similar unpleasant experience when inside the TV world. This isn't inside the TV world. As outlandish and threatening as the situation is, there's no doubt that we're in the real world. General Teddy's words come back to me.
I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can.
Don't tell me, the fog that's developed in town is the same fog on the other side of the TV.
This is... What?
Your voice suddenly reached in my ears. Who was it? I look around in bewilderment. Did anyone actually talk? Am I hearing things? Cancun's shout breaks my concentration.
Yukari-san, he's winding up for another one! We're getting off, Koromaru!
Yukari-san still looks confused, but Cancun notices something and unbuckles his seatbelt with his spear at the ready. By the time the helicopter is sending close enough for the roof that Junes, that people and dogs can easily jump down. Koromaru-san growls and another persona appears at the same time. Cancun leaps out of the cabin, stabbing at the enemy persona closing in on us. Koromaru-san's persona and Cancun's spear both hit the attacking enemy at the same time, and Cancun drops to the roof unharmed.
It seems you're always taking on the responsibility of saving others, Yukari-san.
Seriously, it's like, again, really? But I'll take this one. After all, I save the world on a weekly basis.
Koromaru and Yukari-san drop out of the helicopter and nimbly land on the roof. Amazing. Their combat abilities are equal to those of weapons like me or Aegis. Even though they are secondary members of the Shadow Operatives, used only in times of emergency, it seems as if they've been on the team this entire time. I quickly ready my axe and jump.
Yukari-san, everyone, please, save Lady Mitsuru.
Right. As Kronk would say, right. Huh? He's supposed to be dead! Right. When I look back at the red sky after landing, I see the helicopter gaining in now too while maintaining its balance. Thanks to Kukume-san's desperate resolve and her piloting skills, we managed to safely reach Inaba. I check my surroundings once more while praying for Kukume-san's safety. This is the Inaba branch of Junes, the department store chain. We're at the food court on its rooftop. Normally there would be plenty of people here, but it's clearly been abandoned.
Where did he go?
Cancun raises his spear and tries to peer into the fog, making visibility such a problem. I look around ready for battle as well. Whoever attacked should be nearby.
Hey, Cancun, did you really see Ikutsuki here a moment ago?
Yes. I didn't see him clearly, but there's no way I could have mistaken him.
That's impossible. I mean, Shuji Ikutsuki is...
That's right, Shuji Ikutsuki died 3 years ago, and we were just attacked by Persona. According to the records from at the time, Ikutsuki had no Persona.
At the very least, it looks like he's not nearby. We can't let our guard down yet, though.
She's right. I scan the area and read no one else here besides the four of us. Say as much as we lower our weapons in order to discuss our strategy.
Koromaru and I are going to continue looking for him. If that really was Ikutsuki, there's no doubt that he's involved in this case.
That's true. Can you and Koro-chan go after that guy from earlier?
But that person seemed to be using a persona. Won't it be dangerous for you two going off on your own?
Two humans look surprised from one. Trey glances. Did I say something loud?
Don't you worry about me and Koromaru. Even if we run into something we can't defeat, we'll find a way out of it.
And honestly, it's faster for us to split up. I am a bit worried, but I'm gonna believe in you guys.
They have absolute faith in each other after having fought together for so long. It's not that they don't have concerns about one another, but they truly believe that they will accomplish their goals on their own. I wonder, will these people ever feel the same way about me? After all this time, I realize how the time shared between Yukari-san and Ken-kun separates me from my companions.
So I'll head to the station to get Junpei. It didn't seem like he'd figured out the situation yet.
Huh? Weren't you talking to him on the phone earlier?
I was, but that idiot's phone ran out of batteries or something while we were still talking. But even if I can't rely on him to keep his phone charged, he's still good in a fight. So I have to meet up with him.
I see. He seems like kind of a goof.
Right? He's always been so useless. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Nah, not really. It just sounded like you were actually kind of fond of it.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I think you're right.
People trust each other and they're always thinking of one another. When one of them faces danger, all the others always rush to help them. The term comes to mind: ideal companions. I wonder how Yuku and his friends are doing. I have the feeling that his group and Mitsuru's group are going through similar problems after all.
What about you, Labras? What'll you do?
Huh?
I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
Yukari-san and Ken-kun look at me. It doesn't matter to them. I haven't known them for long. They see me as a companion and trust me.
Right. It's decided then. Labras, you head to that tower. Oh, also, something felt off when I summoned my persona earlier. You might want to be careful.
You felt it too? It was like, well, it felt like the evoker wasn't working, didn't it?
Yeah, it might be that we can summon our personas without our evokers.
In any case, we should get moving. If what General Teddy said is true, we don't have much time to spare.
I'm back. Miss anything interesting? Quite a bit.
Got it. If anything happens, let's meet at the bottom of the tower. Be careful, both of you.
Yukari-san and I leave Ken-kun on the roof and head for the stairs. She and I split up not long after, all of us firmly believing that we'll see each other safely once more.
Wait for us, Mitsuru-san.
I run at full speed and turn my eyes towards the Lumi Tower. I will rescue her. Headed to Inaba. Wait, is that Elizabeth? Oh no, it's Margaret. Hello? Why is Margaret... What? The elevator room, what?
There appears to be quite a commotion.
Sister, I've been wondering since yesterday, what is going on in the
Theodore?
outside world?
Holy shit, he's canon. Oh my god. What? I thought... Wait. How is Theodore canon? Wasn't he only in FemC's story? Which takes place in like an alternate universe? So how the fuck is Theodore canon? What?
I believe you could say that those kids' ordeal is still continuing.
An ordeal, you say?
Yes. In other words, mankind's potential is being tested.
Potential? Sister, where might Elizabeth be right now? Abandoning the duties given to us by our master and going out into the outside world is normally forbidden to us. Why did Elizabeth go through all that just to head out into the outside world? I'm sorry. It was presumptuous of me to
MC
ask.
is canon, so he's as well. What?
I suddenly feel thirsty. Do you feel like drinking a cola?
A cola? You
My, don't tell me that you don't know what that is.
Of course I do. Elizabeth told me about an ebon monster compressed into a metal cylinder, waiting for the moment its prison is released to spring into the eyes of the unwary spewing foam.
Quite. Well then, I task you with the acquisition of about 100 of these colas.
You want me to do this? But cola only exists in the outside world.
I merely ask for the cola. How and where you perform your task is at your discretion, even if it takes you into the outside world.
Sister.
Yes, what is it?
While I'm out, may I go see what's going on outside?
That would be none of my business. All I asked you to do is go on an errand for me. Shouldn't you hurry? Our master will be returning soon.
Yes, I'll go at once.
I guess it can't be helped that he's drawn to the outside world right now. This current aberrance in the outside world is centered on that red-haired guest, and Persona users have gathered to it, as if caught up in that fate. Even my heart races just thinking
I
about
love
it.
the Velvet Room attendants too. That's crazy. Like, I always thought Theodore was just kind of like FemC, where it's like, I guess in a sense they exist, but it's like an alternate reality, which means that they kind of don't really have any connection to the main timeline. But no, Theodore exists. I guess he's always been a part of the Velvet Room. That's so weird. I mean, I guess the Velvet Room isn't constrained by a single timeline. I'm sure it exists beyond countless timelines and universes, but that's crazy.
It's troublesome having siblings so brimming with curiosity.
Margaret, Elizabeth, Theodore, and Lavenza. Isn't there somebody from Persona 1 and 2 as well? Or is that all of them? Is that all the Velvet attendants? Unforgivable Insult, Wavering Heart. Who to Protect. Well, I mean, I kind of figured he has the ability to use a persona. Who to protect? Let's do Junpei. That's so crazy that Theodore's canon. Like I said, I guess the Velvet Room exists outside of reality, but it's still crazy. After I dash into Junes, I rush up the first set of stairs and find...
Man, there's something about being in an empty department store that just makes me want to run around.
Okay, that's a stupid thing to say even for me anyway. I say that as I hear another scream. Alright, I need to rescue whoever that is first. I see what appears to be the rooftop on the other side of the doorway and I slam the door open. I can see banners for things like Takoyaki and Yakisoba set up in an open space. Oh, this is what shopping centers in the countryside are like. Those are two girls in Citra, and they both turn to look at me. Could my gallant entry have got them both off of it? Whatever. One of them is a dark-haired girl looking like a fan, and the other, huh?
Huh? What?
That face, that voice, could it be?
Holy, whoa! Reset? The real Reset? Seriously?
And who are you?
She tilts her head cutely and looks at me with eyes brimming with tears. Whoa, it really is Rosette. I have her DVDs. What should I do? I have been elated for my unexpected good luck. Hours between the girls reflexively shielded Rosette.
I'm the guy who's gonna save you. Don't you fear.
Oh yeah, I pulled it off. I bet that definitely won Rosette over.
And you are? After what you've done to the town and how you've been protecting a fake, you must be the culprit.
What now?
What does she mean, culprit? I'm Junpei Iori. I protect justice more than anyone else.
Don't play dumb. You did such horrible things to Labris, and now you've gotten Matsuro-san and the other. Put this town back to normal.
What? Wait, isn't that the name of Aigi's sister Yuka-san mentioned? She mentioned Mitsuru-senpai too? Crap, I think this girl really misunderstanding.
Wait, there's a misunderstanding. Something's not right here. We need to talk this over.
This would try to explain myself, but somebody weakly tongue in my sleeve. I turn around and get a close-up personal view of the real Rosette.
Please, won't you help me? That scary girl is picking on me. She's so...
Huh? Okay, she looks scary, but she doesn't look like a bad person.
If you won't come, then I'll make the first move. Go, Konohana!
A persona. That shape that appeared when the dark-haired girl called out was definitely a persona. Shape persona is easier too, if that's the case.
Persona!
Girl's persona comes flying towards me, wreathed in flame, and clashes with my own persona with a sound like glass smashing against glass. The two personas are locked against each other in combat. The dark-haired girl seems surprised by my ability to summon a persona too.
Like I was saying, can you wait a sec? Why are you doing this? Violence isn't the answer, you know.
Don't waste your breath. I will protect my friends and my town.
Close inspection, the dark-haired girl's eyes are dead serious. I can sense her powerful determination through the power of her persona. But I can't hold back any longer. This isn't good.
Ow!
What a pain! What are you, stupid or something?
Darker good spots to crosshair and scream when I turn back and spread to see another long-haired persona. It's totally expected turn of its Rosette has a persona too, and that persona made that attack just now.
How long are you gonna keep up this stupid charade? Cheap sob stories don't bring in the ratings these days. What use are friends anyway? What?
Especially your words like that come out of this cute pop idol. What's wrong with Rosette?
That's not true. I try harder because of my friends. They make me stronger. They give me people to live up to and people to protect. And if you deny that strength, then I cannot lose against you.
Yeah, I can stand that feeling. She's right. Oh crap, does that mean I jumped into this thing and immediately took the wrong side?
You make me sick. Hey, aren't you supposed to be on my side? Hurry up and deal with her.
Rosette's face seems scarier than anything I've seen Yuka pull off. To think that she's kind of a girl when she looks so cute and appearances can be deceiving. Do I feel like my world's been crushed? I recall that Yuka wanted. Yeah, I couldn't tell if she was real or fake at first either. Could this be a fake Rosette too? Dang, there's no way to tell her.
Hey, say something, you baseball freak.
Sorry.
Huh?
I can't do anything on my own. And people have been helping me all the time until now. But because I can't do anything by myself, I want to stay strong for someone else. That's why, even if you're the real Rosette, I can't side with you.
I said it. That was something I learned from back when I've been telling the kids. That doesn't mean that everything you do gets results, though. Even that I'm only standing here right now because of the support of everyone else.
What's with these cheap cliches? Take a look in the mirror before you say stuff like that. Oh well, I guess it's fine. It would have been more fun if the two of you actually went at it. But I'll invite you both to my last concert before the world ends. Now, bring on the ring!
The face of the teen idol I know so well distorts and her eyes change color into an eerie gold. When the Rosette raises a hand, 4 red pillars crash down from the sky through the fog. I climb into the 4 corners of the food court. Oh, I recognize this. Looks like I was right.
You're not the culprit?
I'm Junpei Iori, the nuclear warhead of the Shadow Operative Missile. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Shadow operatives? You mean Mitsuru-san?
Yep, that's right. Can you stand back a little? It hardly counts as an apology, but I'll take care of this for you.
I'm gonna beat up a kid, yeah. Oh god, those eyes. What, the golden eyes?
Final.
Time to run! Time to run! One more! Combo attack! Time to run! Time to run!
Home run!
Time to run! Time to run! Time to run! Time to run! Time to run! Time to run! There! Combo attack! Time to run!
It's going well.
Home run! Come here.
I knew you would win this. Congratulations.
Broke your stupid persona too. That's what you get.
Holy crap. Man, that was tough.
Stylish victory, of course, even though my ears are still ringing. When the red pillar shatters, the fake Rosette crumbles, then melts. Yeah, this is going to my personal nightmare fuel folder for a while. Maybe I can use this as a new story for Junpei's Believe It or Don't.
Thank you, Junpei-san. I'm Yukiko Imagi.
Yukiko-san, huh? Are you a high schooler from around here? Can I ask you something?
Huh? Are you hitting?
What? Come on, really? I just want to know what's going on in this town.
I'm sorry. I get caught up with weird people too often. I mean, you've got a beard and a baseball bat.
Come on, you're treating me more like a criminal suspect than a dude who's hitting on you. I'm not a bad guy, okay? But I can see how you get caught up in situations like that. I mean, you are cute. When it happens, use the Junpei-style stranger danger technique.
Junpei style?
Oh, is that like Hanayagi-san?
Something like that. I teach kids baseball, and I also teach them basic self-defense from suspicious people. Stranger danger technique number 1. First, you have to yell. What?
Like that?
Yeah, that was pretty promising. Huh?
Yukiko-senpai, get away from him! Himiko!
Zed standing near the entrance to the food court, and even though she disappeared only a moment ago, this be the real one this time. She has her persona out. I feel like she's just as menacing as the fake one.
Get away from her, you perv!
Holy crap, that was close. This is a misunderstanding, Reset. A misunderstanding.
Turns out luck isn't on my side today. Luck is actively working against me. I get called a perv by my favorite teen idol, and when I learn she has a persona, she hits me with it.
Hold on, Risei-chan. He has a beard, but he's not a creep. Huh?
Oh my god, everyone, what the fuck? Zed finally stops attacking when she hears Yukiko-san call out, and I just explain what I've been up to now. Wow, this really is Rosette, the real Rosette. Maybe Luck's actually on my side after all. God damn it.
I'm so sorry. I thought Yukiko-senpai was screaming because she was being assaulted, but I'm glad you're okay. I figured that if I came to the food court, there'd be someone else here.
I'm glad you're okay too, Risei-chan. And it looks like you can use your persona to fight now? That's amazing!
Oh my god, poor Junpei. It's true that Rosette's persona was impressive, and add that with her calling me a perv. I feel like this experience is going to traumatize me.
So, this is Junpei Iori. He's supposedly a nuclear landmine for the Shadow Operative.
Oh, so you're one of Mitsuru-san's team. I'm Risei Kujikawa. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Just call me Junpei. And that's supposed to be nuclear warhead.
A nuclear landmine sounds like a huge weakness, doesn't it? That's not what I want to be known as. Then again, neither one of these seems much interest in me, do they?
So, why are you here, Junpei-san? Are you on duty?
Well, I, kinda overslept. And then I found out that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are missing. This town's been turned into this...
Huh? Mitsuru-san and the others are missing? Are they okay?
Well, the Midnight Channel came on again, and General Teddy said there'd be another tournament. It seems that's where they're being held.
Huh? What's the Midnight Channel? It sounds kind of like an adult-rated cable.
They've already been captured? We've got to hurry and save them. Hold on, I'll try searching for them.
Oh, but I think I know where they are. They're probably over where our school is on the hill.
Though my question gets completely ignored, I look in the direction Yukiko-san points to see a long, thin shadow with a pole stuck out of the ground. Creepy. After all the stuff I've seen in this town, the dark hour shadows, of course, the next would be...
Tartarus?
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, it's not too hard to imagine the tower would show up here, especially the way things are at the moment. If that's the case, I'd bet $1,000,000 yen that Yucatan and the others are going to be headed there. Well, if I went there too, I'm able to meet up with everyone.
Junpei-san, is anybody else from the Shadow Operatives here too?
Huh? Oh yeah, I think so.
Not really listening to her so my automatic answer probably isn't what she wants to hear. Sudden silence snaps me out of my thoughts. I see the two girls staring at me, frowning.
Are you really a member of the Shadow Operatives? You seem fishy.
Maybe he's a fake after all.
No, I'm real. Look, all of us have a badge, like this.
Huh.
Trying to explain my situation and show them the badge I carry with me. Even though I managed to get them to believe me, I'm a little ashamed that I don't have much information to give them. That can't be helped, so we conclude that Rosette will search the surrounding area with her persona. But isn't it inevitable that I wouldn't know much about what's going on? Then again, it's kind of my fault that I fell asleep on the train.
Well, give me a sec. Himiko, search mode!
Rosette's persona takes on a dramatically different form. She closes her eyes and concentrates, so it's pretty obvious that she started searching the area. Wow, it's amazing that she has a persona that can both search and fight.
I have 4 readings heading towards Yasogami High and that tower. I think one of them is Labris. I don't know about the other.
Huh? Labris is here too?
I can't communicate with her because the interference is so bad. But I'm pretty sure.
Those other readings aren't shadows.
They feel like persona users. One of them is strangely small.
It's probably Koromaru. He's a dog.
A dog?
Dog can use a persona?
I don't know. He just can't.
Junpei-san, you seem pretty vague about everything.
I feel like they're being really harsh without any hesitation. 3 readings that Rosette doesn't know. If one of them's Koromaru, then the one next to it must be Ken, and the last one should be Yucatan. Tell 2 girls about the others. Rosette continues searching.
Oh, there's someone near here. Naoto-kun. And Kanji? Kanji's reading is pretty weak, though. He might be injured.
You can't communicate with them, right? If they're close, then should we go directly there to help them out?
Oh my god. Poor
Yeah, but then we're
Junpei.
putting a hold on rescuing Mitsuru-san and her team, aren't we?
Right. So you two should hurry to where this Kanji-kun is. I'll keep heading to that tower. Based on what you said before, it sounds like my comrades are going that way after all.
Okay.
Oh, right. That would leave you two girls alone. Do you want me to go with you?
So the two girls might want me around just in case. Well, just in case, I noticed they're both illuminated with blanky expressions. Did I say something weird?
Junpei-san, are you going to be okay on your own? Are you sure you won't get lost? The town's turned into something like a maze.
Oh, that. Maybe they're the ones worried about me. I wonder how low their opinion of me is right now.
Ha! I'll be fine. Maybe I don't look it, but I've got experience with stuff like that.
Oh, okay. We'll go meet up with the others before heading to that tower.
Please be careful, Junpei-san.
With that, the two girls easily leave the food court. They didn't freak out over this bizarre situation at all. Man, high school girls these days sure are tough. I put myself together and began rushing towards the Tartarus-like tower. Ever since I became a shadow operative, this is the first time I've encountered an abnormal situation like this. Basically, the last time something like this happened to me was 3 years ago. While I'm running, I think back on what happened back then, and I remember him. Don't you worry about me, man. I got this. Makoto! Oh. Makoto. I miss you, Makoto. Why? Alright, let's do Yukari. Everything is still, and it feels like I'm left behind in the flow of time.
Like I thought, there's something wrong with the entire town. This is just like the dark hour.
Dark hour. Leaving the fog aside, this town's situation seems very similar to back then. There's a small pang in my heart when I think back on some long-forgotten sensations. But I don't feel anxious. Just like back then, I'm gonna save the people close to me.
Anyway, I've got to meet up with Junpei so we can look for Mitsuru-senpai and the others.
That's easy enough to say, but the entire town has become something like a maze, and I'm having trouble getting closer to the station. Since I left the others at Junette's, I've walked for quite a distance.
Oh, I wonder if everyone's okay. I'm worried about Kikuno-san, too. If only Fuka was here.
Sound of the helicopter faded away quickly after I left. The town is oddly quiet. I'm actually glad there aren't any people around, though, since I don't have any time to change. I'm still in my feather pink costume. It doesn't bother me as much as when I was in the helicopter, but just imagine walking around like this where other people might see me would be embarrassing beyond belief.
That's quite a bizarre look you have there, Yukari.
Mitsuru-senpai?
I see a familiar silhouette throughout the fog. Wait, what? Why is she dressed like a villain for my show? I mean, I know that she's never been all interested in fashion, but in any case, I'm relieved to see her.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay. Are Fuka and Akihiko-senpai with you too? Where's Aigis?
Who knows? Most likely disgracing herself in some unsightly way somewhere. She's capable of getting herself killed on her own.
Huh? Mitsuru-senpai?
Don't you think so? You came to this place to do battle to begin with. Isn't that so, Yukari Takeda?
Something's not right. I recall something from the files about the previous P1 Grand Prix. When two people would meet, their words would be twisted, enraging them until a fight ensued. Is that what's happening?
Mitsuru-senpai, are you alright? Are you really hearing what I'm saying?
Forgive me. We're both under the same circumstances, so let's get along. We were both released from those foolish restraints of our fathers, after all.
That repulsive laugh causes something to snap within me, Dad. I don't care if it's a trap or not. Before I realize it, I'm shouting back at Mr. Senpai.
Don't play games with me! You promised me that we'd fulfill our dad's wishes! That we'd have them watch over us as we work together!
Burn my dread!
My dread! Hold it right there! Please stop fighting over me!
Teddy, don't ruin the song.
Huh? What the?
A strange round object bounds between us. Is this somebody in a costume? Wait, I remember seeing this in the files that Kukune-san had prepared for us. This was a persona used for me, but I think the person wearing it was named Teddy. Wait, it's talking now?
Wowza! I was drawn to the smell of beauties, but here's a couple that are dressed kinda...
I had to replay that pervert scene? Oh my god. Okay, I may not be dressed very sensibly right now, but you're the one wearing a full body animal suit.
But this isn't Michan! It's a complete fake trying to mimic Michan's beautiful body!
Michan? You mean Mitsuru-senpai? Hold on a sec. A fake?
That's right! This Michan is made of shadows and...
Just then, Mr. Senpai kicks Teddy square in the face, and the suit goes flying with tremendous force and rolls to the edge of the street. Doesn't move a muscle from there. I wonder if he's still alive. Burn my dread final battle version.
Now bring on the ring.
This may be a fake Mitsuru Senpai, but it looks exactly like the real thing. She raises her hand. 4 red pulses fall down from the sky and slam into the ground surrounding us. Just then, I noticed that Mitsuru Senpai's eyes are shining in a burning golden color.
Are you really a fake Mitsuru Senpai?
Yes. I didn't intend to hide that fact from recreated from exact knowledge of who Mitsuru is. What?
You took Mitsuru Senpai's form and mocked my dad! I will not forgive this!
I'm in a simple fit of rage, a phenomena similar to the Dark Hour, a tower that looks like Tartarus. Anything could happen now and it wouldn't surprise me, but for this thing to take on the form of my best friend and do what it did, it's absolutely unforgivable.
You're a shadow, right? I won't show you any mercy!
Burn my dread! Elizabeth is a beast. Hello, Aaron. Yeah, she is. Burn my dread.
Clear shot! Excuse me! Excuse me! I'm not pushing. Come on! Excuse me! This is it! Excuse me! In position!
Ooh.
Excuse me!
How'd you like that one, asshole?
In position! Prepare! Excuse me! Excuse me!
Now that's what I'm talking about. I knew you'd win.
The moment my victory is decided, I hear something shatter. The red posts begin to crumble, and the creature that had taken on Mitsuru Senpai's form begins to melt.
Yikes! Gross! Oh, but she really was a shadow.
I can't help but wonder at the bizarre sight. That's when Teddy comes rushing over, his footsteps making a strange squeaky sound. Thank goodness, it looks like he has been hurt too badly.
Are you okay? Are you hurt at all?
Nah, but thanks. Just a bit ashamed of myself. I knew that was a trap, but I couldn't keep myself from getting worked up. And that wasn't even the real Mitsuru, but a shadow. It's not even funny.
When the topic of my dad came up, I lost my cool. I thought I'd already sorted out my feelings about him, too.
Don't feel bad. I mean, I have a keen nose, but I have to get up close and personal to sniff out the difference.
Oh my god, Bearsenal, please, no. No more bear words. The notepad that Clint has is already so long. Please stop adding more bear words. With that, Teddy turns to face me and his nose twitches. That must be a very elaborate costume, or maybe it's not a costume at all. In either case, it seems that this Teddy character has a searchability like Fuka's persona.
Really? Well, thanks. I survived thanks to you.
One must be kind to the ladies. That's the family motto of the Teddy clan.
If you say so. But you're a persona user from this town. I'm Yukari Takiba, a member of the Shadow Operatives. Does that mean anything to—
Oh, you must be a friend of Michan then, Yuka-chan. So, are those clothes a uniform or something?
Yuka-chan, huh? Actually, there's a good reason why I'm dressed like this.
I can sense at least 2 reasons right around here.
Oh my god, Teddy! Good god, you're talking about the woman's breast right in front of her? Damn.
Hey, what do you— Hey! Feather smash!
How cruel! I was just saying hello.
Ugh, Teddy. You don't talk about a woman's breast.
Ooh, no wonder you're a hero of Justice Featherman victory. Even the cold female boss Michan didn't stand a chance against you.
I hear her voice and turn around and discover that a TV has somehow appeared behind us without either of us noticing. General Teddy's on the screen like he had been while I was at the helicopter. The more I look at him, the more he looks just like the Teddy standing next to me, but they're different people, right? He might even be a fake just like the copy of Mitsuru Senpai that I just fought too.
I know you're here, you imposter. Stop hiding and show yourself.
All you did was roll on the ground, but you've got quite a cheeky mouth. But whatever. The real Michan's execution show is gonna start soon, you know?
Execution?
can't miss this event. The Execution Queen is going to be executed herself. If you don't want that to happen, maybe you should stop dallying around like this and hurry to the tower where I am, Yuka-chan! Hey, hold it right there! Give Mid-chan and the others back!
Dude, I'd be saying hello to them titties, don't you worry. I'd do the same thing. Just like that channel, Teddy disappears from the screen. Matsuru Senpai is going to be executed. I have to put a stop to it. I really want to find Junpei, but I might have to leave him for later.
Oh no, we have to hurry and save her. Teddy, didn't you say that you have a keen nose?
Yep. You want me to find Mid-chan with my nose, right? Well, I can't stop sneezing in this red fog, though.
Oh, so that's why you were sneezing when you got here. So, it would be helpful if you could search for her.
I'll do it. If Mid-chan's in trouble, I can't rest until she's safe.
Thanks. Having you come along is really reassuring.
Wowza Bo Bowza! I've been recognized for my skills. I, Teddy, swear to be your knight from this moment forth.
Teddy salutes grandly in the middle of a speech and sneezes loudly. I heard that the persona uses about different personalities, but it's true that it can be kind of fun.
Well then, shall we get going, Sir Knight? You can tell me more about your friends, but the next time you try something funny, I'll blast you with a hyper feather shot. Got it?
Ah, you're so cruel, Yuka-chan!
I decide to head towards the tartar sauce-like structure with Teddy and immediately begin dashing in that direction. Sorry, Junpei, I'll just have to wait a bit longer. Burn my dread. Wavering heart.
Another dead end.
I sighed for the umpteenth time that day, knowing Koromaru and I trade glances. While searching for the mysterious shadow that appeared to look so much like Ikutsuki, we ended up on the Samigawa floodplain that flows through Inaba. We went down the stairway in Junes without incident, but from there, the town was shrouded in a red mist, and every path twisted like a maze, taking us away from the direction we want to go. Having gone for so long without finding any meaningful information was starting to worry a little. In any case, this entire situation, a town filled with red fog at the stroke of midnight, turning into another world, and the appearance of another town that looks just like Tartarus.
Careful, Koromaru. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we ran into Shadow.
Koromaru seems to nod. Still, this really is like the dark hour. It never truly ends. While I've been living my life in peace like a child, the world was still in danger, and I was left out in the cold.
Why didn't anyone tell me anything? I'm definitely strong enough to fight beside everyone else. Being removed from the unit just because of my age isn't fair. Right? Who's there?
I shout to the fog, and a dark shape nonchalantly walks out to the mist towards us. Koromaru begins to growl.
And you're irritated about it. Is that me?
The shape turns out to be two figures, me and Koromaru. It's like looking into a mirror.
What's the meaning of this? Even if you try to deceive us with those appearances, it's no use.
I feel a wave of malevolence from the shadow that took my form. I'm ready my spear and take a fighting stance. I'm not deceived. This is definitely an enemy.
Being a child only on the surface. Peaceful only on the surface. Friends only on the surface. Aren't such things only nuisances? Shut up! I know how you feel because I'm you. Or to be more precise, I'm a perfect copy based on everything there is to you. That's why I can tell what you're thinking, what dissatisfies you, and how much you desire to fight. So what? What does what I'm thinking have anything to do with you?
I cannot but raise my voice at what the other me says, as if he can see straight into my heart and say exactly what hurts me the most. I can feel my hands trembling in agitation. I have to calm down. That thing isn't me.
It does involve me. I mean, you want to fight, don't you? Then we have the same objective. Persona. Crap!
Koromaru's sharp barking brings me to my senses. The enemy appears to have summoned a persona, one exactly like mine, Kala Nemi. It attacks striking directly at me. It's too close, I can't dodge.
Go, kid!
Oh.
What am I doing? I need to focus. I desperately try to sort out what just happened. Somebody tall jumped in front of me. Did he protect me? The person who was struck dead on by the persona attack falls heavily to his knees. I'm instantly reminded of another time when someone else died protecting me. I've made the same mistake again.
Damn it! Hey kid, what are you walking your dog around here for? Such a goddamn adorable dog, too.
Huh?
That wasn't what I meant to say. Hurry up and find somewhere safe. Things are dangerous here right now.
You're...
Sure, don't find out the man who shielded me. This is supposed to be Kanji Tatsumi, one of the Inoba persona users described in the files I went over during the helicopter flight. He still seems okay. That's a relief. Actually, he appears to have a lot of energy to spare. He must be really tough.
Kanji-kun, here comes another! Sukuna Hikura, go!
The sound of heavy collision echoes around the floodplain. The fake Koromaru tried to attack Kanji-san, but was hit by the persona of another person who came running towards us through the fog. It's now Toshiro Gane, another persona user in Inoba.
Kanji-kun, you were being reckless again. Are you alright?
Naoto! Grab the kid and get out of here. I'll take care of this.
Bravery and recklessness are not the same thing. We'll do something about this.
Naoto-san turns to face me. Does this person know about me?
You're Kanemata, a member of the Shadow Operatives Emergency Special Suppression Unit, correct? And you're Koromaru-san. Please lend us your help. We want to return this town to its normal state.
Huh? Shadow Operatives? Are you a persona user too? Wait, does that mean the dog's got a persona too?
Looks like we have some more shit ghosts. Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and make a decision. Which of you is fighting? Oh, you don't have to fight. But your captured companions are having their powers drained. And things may become irreversible.
What? What are you doing to them?
Who knows? Why don't you find out for yourselves? In any case, bring on the ring.
When the other me raises his spear in the air, four shining pillars fall from the sky to surround us, glowing faintly.
Yeah, a barrier!
Indeed. It must mean that unless we fight and win, we won't be able to proceed any further.
Oh good, you understand. That makes things easier. This will be a one-on-one battle. Can we start fighting already? I can't wait any longer.
Cut the bullshit, you fake! You just said it was one-on-one, so what's with the dog?
What, this? The mud hardly counts. He's just a weapon after all.
Yeah! Burn my dread again! Dude, I already love this story a lot more. Just keep playing this every time and I'm happy. Kanji-san and Naoto-san are standing between me and this devil as if to protect me. I stepped forward past them. I'd been too naive. Not only did I let this thing's words deceive me, but I let myself make the same old mistakes I had before. Using words such as called Koromaru nothing more than a weapon. It's been a while since I last felt this emotion. I can't let this go unpunished.
I've been too conceited. I didn't understand anything at all.
Ken-kun?
Naoto, don't butt into this. Comes a time when a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Ken, huh? I got your back, so settle this for yourself.
Kanji-kun takes a seat on the ground. Naoto sees us and holsters his gun and nods to me. We're so awkward, but I'm thankful for the kindness right now.
Thank you. I will win this. Let's go, Koromaru!
That's such a cool picture. As I raise my spear, the image of someone standing protectively in front of me resonates with me. From back then and again just now, a shadow that looks like me stands for me. If I defeat it, I wonder if I'll be able to change. Shinji protected you, and now you can return the favor. 1998. Yo, what's up? Same birth year as me. Let's go. Oh god, I'd be Ken's age around this time. Oh god. Oh no.
Finally.
Dude, yes! Burn My Dread's the fucking battle theme. Let's go! I am happy. Oh my god, this game is the best game ever. I don't care. Best Persona game ever.
Too bad, too bad. What am I setting up? Are you ready? Too bad. Attacks, no dodge, pure history. Get lost. Too bad. Too bad. No good. Too bad. Too bad. Koromaru, how about this?
You did it! We won!
Dude, Dude, can we just use Burn My Dread as the official Persona 3 song for everything in Persona 3 related? I'd be so happy. Burn my dread. Just as the document said, the two of them were summoning their personas without having to use evokers. Because of that, I thought that perhaps I'd be able to do so as well, and I was right. But being able to summon personas like this should only be possible in that TV world. Has something changed to make this place the same as that other world? While I was thinking about that, I watched that thing that had taken my shape melt into a puddle like a burning candle. Koromaru sniffed suspiciously at the puddle of black goo and barks once.
Is this...
Huh? I thought somebody's shadow was supposed to turn into a persona when you beat it.
Kanji-kun, didn't you notice that wasn't a shadow that came out of Ken-kun? It must have been a fake created to bear his likeness. The most obvious evidence of that is how both fighters were able to summon personas in battle.
Defeating your own shadow makes them into your persona? I see. So that's how you acquired the power of persona.
Huh? That's not how it went for you guys?
Yes, we do things a little differently. In any case, thank you.
It's fine. Ow.
Kanji-kun, are you alright?
I'm sorry. It's my fault that you got hurt.
Hey, it's nothing. But, to make up for it...
Yes, what is it?
You think maybe I could, like, pat you on the back or something?
What?
So I remember something. According to the material I read in the helicopter, the Persons P and Grand Prix were all given nicknames that were embarrassing, but had a kernel of truth. Kanji-san was Beefcake Emperor. What exactly does that mean?
Oh, wow. This is amazing! Oh my god, he's an albino Shiba! This is totes adorbs! Shiba!
This is adorable.
Oh, you meant Koromaru.
Huh? Who else? Who's a good dog? Who's got himself a persona? Is it you? Is it you?
We don't have time for this, Kanji-kun. Perhaps later.
Right. Sorry about that, Koro-chan.
Kanji-san gently lets Koromaru go and pulls himself together before turning to me.
There's something I'd like to ask you, Ken-kun. Did you see the Midnight Channel broadcast that came on earlier?
The one where Mitsuru-san and her friends were crucified, right?
Makes me want to play P3 again? Kinda, yeah. Kinda want to play Persona 3 again.
I saw it while we were in the helicopter. We were searching for them after they went missing.
We also got to finish Persona 3 anime at some point.
It's quite possible that what was shown on the Midnight Channel was true.
I have no conclusive evidence that the video was real, but we ought to consider that it was. If that fake me wasn't lying, then they're in danger. We have to hurry and rescue them.
Indeed.
We would all do the same.
Please allow me
Dude,
to get a better grasp
fucking
of the
adorable.
situation first. Are there any other members of the Shadow Operatives here?
There are 3 of us, including me. Oh, and if we manage to meet up with another one who might be here, that would make 4. I came with Yukari-san and Labra-san. It seems that Junpei-san got here on his own as we split up at Junes, and we're now on the move separately. Labra-san headed to the tower, and Yukari-san went to find Junpei-san. Koromaru and I are... we're pursuing someone in particular.
Someone in particular? Is this person related to the case?
I don't know yet, but I'm positive that he attacked our helicopter.
I see. All right then. Is there anything you know about what's happening in this town and that tower that suddenly appeared?
Now-to-sun points to the tower looming over the fog. The tower is dimly illuminated by the red light of the moon, and there is an eerie silence. It's just like back then.
Is this reminiscent of the dark hour that you have experience with?
That's...
Dark hour. Hearing those words come out of Now-to-sun's mouth baffles me. What's happening here in Inaba is quite similar to the dark hour. The appearance of that tower, the shadows, no matter how you think about it, there's no denying the similarities with the case from 3 years ago. I speak from experience. Can't feign ignorance, but how am I allowed to tell them about what happened 3 years ago? Seeing me hesitate, Now-to-sun looks serious for a moment before speaking out this quietly.
You do know something, but it's difficult to explain. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can understand well why you're keeping your lips tight, but...
This abnormality may be a continuation of the case we had been involved in, so that I feel guilty about dragging these innocent people into it. Is this how Mitsuru-san always feels? So I'm lost in thought. Kanji-kun slaps me on the back.
Hey, stop playing hard to get and just spill the beans already. You know you can count on us.
Kanji-kun's right. Mitsuru-san and the others are close to us too. They must be saved as quickly as possible. Don't we have the same objective here? And there's no reason that we shouldn't be cooperating with each other.
Close to you.
Since they called the people I care for close to them as well and seem to be seriously worried about them, I don't feel the need to hide anything from them anymore. These people saved me without a regard of their own safety, after all.
I see. So that's what happened. Even the document I read reported that Shuji Akutsuki had died. What is going on here?
We exchange what information we each have. Our struggle from 3 years ago, ordinary people would never understand Sir, but Naoto-san and Kanji-san listen to me with serious expressions. Likewise, I hear about their struggle last year. Naoto-san tells me about their own experiences, something that most people would have trouble comprehending as well. We come to understand that we've gained through our struggles is the same as well. The feelings that me, Yukari-san, Labra-san, and even Koromaru had while descending into Inaba, and Kanji-san and Naoto-san's feelings about fighting now are the same. We're all fighting to protect something precious to us.
Alright! If that's the case, then it'd be fastest if we just charge straight into that tower. Oh!
Hold on. We should head to Junes for now. It's possible that the others have gathered there. And your injuries are considerable, Kanji-kun. I'll accompany you.
Huh? Don't I have any say?
Kanji-kun?
Fine.
What will you do, Ken-kun? Coming to Junes with us is one
Kanji-san's hurt pretty badly. This is my fault for letting my guard down. Still, would it be right to leave them and continue to the tower alone just because I'm worried about the others? I still haven't found Akutsuki either. What's the right answer, or what can I do in this situation?
Hey, what's the holdup? It should be a no-brainer for you.
Huh?
Your buddies are in danger, so you want to go save them, right? And stop wasting your time thinking about it and go.
Kanji-san! There's no need to be concerned about us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone resembling Akutsuki on our way to Junes. There's no time. You need to hurry. Once we've met up with our friends, we'll find you again.
Thank you. Koromaru and I will head to that tower.
Ha! That's all you had to say from the start. Careful, though. Another fake might try to jump you like the one here did.
Yes, I know. I won't let my guard down anymore.
I look at Kanji-san straight in the eye. He's a tall guy, but I only have to look up a little to do so. 3 years ago, when I was still in elementary school, I looked up at my taller senpais and strove to become like them. Since then, I suppose I've become impatient without realizing it. I've lost sight of what was around me. Feel as if I was the only one being left behind.
Good! Now get going!
Kanji-san tosses my hair and puts his hand on my shoulder.
Right. Please be careful, you two.
Slight feeling of embarrassment and yet nostalgia, I run off and along with Koromaru. These Persona users are a little closer to my age than Mitsuru-san and Sanada-san, and they're different from my other senpai at Kekuken and High. A new meeting and new companions. I'm sure this is not just my imagination that my heart feels a little lighter now. As I turn the corner, the view before me opens up. I see a slope leading to the tower up on the hill. Was being a little horny because she was in heat. We found a male German Shepherd. Oh no, your dog's pregnant? Oh no. I hope you guys were expecting that, because if you weren't, that's gonna be a pain, but... Captive Queen.
I keep telling you not to do it. They're a real pain, you know? Cripes, you never shut up, do you? Just shut up, you little shit. Shut up before I cut you down right now. I thought you called me because you needed me. You're the one who's getting impatient. Well, I'm going for a while. That son of a bitch, I really am gonna kill him sooner or later. Hey, switch with me.
Sounds, no voices, two voices respond to each other. Conversation, I feel two presences nearby. Since the slowly returns, I rise out of unconsciousness. Before I can register the individual words being said, conversation ends. I feel the one of the presences in the room moving away.
Looks like you're awake.
I furrow my brow. The person standing before me is a different presence than either of the two I had sensed. Red-haired young man in Yasugami High uniform. Did a child like him capture us?
What have you done with the others? Let them go at once.
So those are your first words after regaining consciousness. I don't think you understand your situation.
I understand that I've been captured by some boorish people at the very least.
We were ambushed in Inaba Pass. We made an utter mistake. The limousine was sent over the edge with us inside, and now I find myself here. My arms and legs are bound. Someone has tased and binding me like this. I recall a particularly loathsome memory from the past. This cross must be the cause of this immense sense of fatigue that I'm feeling in my entire body. I don't seem to be able to summon my persona, but...
Who are you? Is this all you're doing?
That was a pointless question. Even if it is, what are you going to do about it? Jump down off that cross and kill me?
I look around at my surroundings. This place, the place where my companions have been captured and crucified in the past. Past where my beloved father met his unfortunate end. Top of the moon viewing tower and this cross, only one name comes to mind.
Shuji Ikutsuki. Is this revenge for him?
Revenge? A pointless word. What do you think of the previous performance? It must have seemed like something from Ikutsuki's own mind.
Performance?
When we pursued Labrys and entered the TV world last time, a mastermind robbed Labrys of her freedom and spoke of his own evil scheme. That's right, his speech did resemble Kutski's own mannerisms. That's why we narrowed our search for the culprit down to those related to ergo research and how we were able to gather more information.
Don't worry. He's dead. Not just dead, but killed. You must understand. You're a Kiricho.
Are you trying to say that we killed him? But he was...
I hear something dripping right next to me. Crimson eyes shine coldly behind a golden mask. White and black liquid swirls around its head. Is this a persona? Suddenly it slams the hilt of its sword into my abdomen. The blow sends my mind reeling, but I barely manage to retain consciousness.
Ikutski doesn't matter. You're nothing but bait after all.
What?
I've shown them how you've been captured. How touching. Your comrades are gathering one after another.
What are you after? What do you intend to do to my comrade?
Even your calm, collected facade cracks when your little friends are involved. Don't worry. You'll all die together eventually. Not just you, but all life itself. I will destroy this world. Everything will die, and this place will be reborn into a new world. His world, where only one life remains.
His world? Preposterous. I don't know how you intend to bring this about, but I won't let you create a world like that.
I don't need your understanding. All I will do is grant a boy his wish.
Boy?
That's right. Doesn't it ring a bell, Kiricho? Your desires created that boy and gave birth to me.
What?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. I am the embodiment of your sin. Just take your time and wait.
Sho Minazuki. The name was in the report I received from Kikuno. That's right, it was the name I saw in Shuji Kutsuki's experiment data. If I recall correctly, the experiment was a number of the pieces to the puzzle fall in place for me.
Wait!
I raised my voice as loud as I can, but the boy who has his back turned to me. Suddenly I'm struck with the sensation of something being drained from my body. My vision blurs. I desperately try to cling to consciousness. I must escape this place and stop his plan. I will let him destroy this world no matter what. Feels like it's been a while since I left Yukari and Cancun at Junes. While wandering through the fog-shrouded town of Inaba, I used this time to carefully review the data of the memory card Kikuno-san gave me. All these documents deal with ergo research. Even with my calculation abilities, I won't be able to unlock the protection on that final file in an appreciable period of time. It's with a slight feeling of disappointment that I finally reached the entrance of Yasagami High. I stand petrified before it. The eccentric decorations at this distorted school building looks familiar, but the gigantic tower looming overhead dwarfs the school building and exudes intimidation much more than what I saw from the helicopter. I look back down the path I came for and see the town spread around the hilltop I find myself on. The town of Inaba has been twisted into a mind-numbing maze, sunken into the murk of the stagnant red waters of the fog.
There's nobody around. I hope everyone's okay.
Before I can become absorbed by my emotions, my radar detects someone approaching. I hear a familiar voice and see a figure coming up a hill. That's...
Yukon? Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I knew you'd be coming here.
Huh?
Something's not right. Yukun's missing something. I don't feel any kind of warmth around him. That's not the kind of consideration he had towards its friend. Same time, an internal sensor begins to alert me of the presence of an approaching enemy, and as the message transits itself fiercely into my senses, eliminate the target shadow.
You ain't Yukon. You're a shadow.
Not bad, anti-shadow suppression weapon. Then again, I never intended to deceive you by taking this form.
Showing up looking like Yukon. What's your game, buddy?
I came to warn you. Where you are is not where you should be.
What are you saying?
Don't get so worked up. Don't you know it? Deep down, you know that you're nothing but trouble to them. If you'd never shown up, this town would have been peaceful. They don't think of you as a friend. You're just a nuisance that brought them to school.
Well, that's... But they all accepted me for who I am.
No matter what excuse you give, you're still just a weapon. The tool can never befriend a human, and you will never be accepted by them either.
That ain't true! That can't be!
I just want to try to deny it from my words, family. I'm a machine. I was created as a weapon. I am nothing but a tool to destroy shadows. Only someone like me could befriend people. My heart begins to crumble. I came this far, but...
What about you, Labrys? What'll you do?
I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
As my heart is about to crumble, familiar voices echo mine. That's right. I came here with the trust of my comrades. That's why I will not let myself be brought down.
I am a weapon. My body is mechanical and my heart was given to me. No matter what I wish I was, I can never be human.
Oh?
But Yukun and them, Mitsuru-san and Yukari-san, and even Ken-kun all think of me as someone precious. I'm the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I'm Labris, a member of the Shadow Operatives.
I see. Since you were just awakened to your persona, I thought you could be shaken up again. But circumstances have changed by force. Now bring on the ring!
With that, the fake Yukun draws a sword. At the same time, 4 red pillars fall from the sky, allowing us I'm trapped. They will have invisible walls just like the other type. The school's off space will never be open until one of us is defeated. In other words,
You really want to do this, huh? Sorry, but I ain't about to hold back.
Don't underestimate me. I may be artificial.
I'm calling it a night. Good night, Clint. Yeah, I'm gonna probably call it a night after the next to be continued, so it probably won't be long. Another 5-10 minutes at that. So.
No way. It can't be.
Now, show the true power of an anti-shadow weapon.
Bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Final. Fight!
A round of applause for both sides.
Right, Vanitas?
A good fight. That was sufficient. My objective has been accomplished.
Even though I fought fiercely, my body performed smoothly thanks to my recent maintenance. Fake Yukun had fallen to the ground on my final strike, and its form begins to bubble into black ooze as it loses its form.
Really, what?
The melting Yukon suddenly spits out balls of golden light. These orbs pass through the school gate and fly up towards the top of the tower, looming over the school building. Sounds of our battle echo away, and silence envelops the area again.
Labris-san, Ken-kun, Koromaru-san.
I'm overcome with surprise as Kenkun makes his way to me. Koromaru-san had been at Kenkun's side, but he dashes over to me.
I'm so glad you're safe. Is something wrong?
Kenkun has a worried expression. Even though the fake Yukun had a shadow, the harsh words coming from what appeared to be Yukun's face have still left me agitated, but
Nah.
I won't be deceived any longer. We have to save the others and solve the case as soon as we can. Kenkun seems to notice my resolve and nods to me.
If anything comes up, please feel free to talk to me about it. That is, if you're okay with sharing it with me.
I thank Kenkun, and that suggests we compare whatever information we gathered up to now. The enemy seems to be using fakes made from shadows to challenge us to fight. Kenkun reports that he encountered Copy himself, but he's saved by Kanji-kun and Naoto-kun in the nick of time. Thank goodness Yukun and his friends have noticed the strange situation that has befallen this town. Decided to tell my own niece as well.
You see, that must have been tough.
Yeah. I got to wondering what I would do if the real Yukun thought the same way. And that got me all scared.
It's difficult to truly believe in other people.
Ken-kun?
It would be easy for me to say that he'd never think that way about you. But people are weak. They can't help but believe in things that make life easier for them. That's only deceiving yourself, though. You need to have resolve if you want to learn the truth. Even if that means getting hurt yourself. Resolve. If you're worried about the truth, then I believe you should go to him directly and find out how he feels. Otherwise, you'll never be true friends.
Ken-kun.
Oh, I'm sorry for being so impolite. It's easy to tell others to learn unpleasant truths,
but it's more like I'm trying to convince myself.
Koromaru-san stares at me. I feel that he's telling me what Kenku's saying is right. I should find out for myself. If Yuko and his friends are headed here as well, I'll see them eventually. I should use that time too.
I see. A relationship between two people cannot be formed until they speak their minds to one another. Doing so requires this resolve.
Who's that?
Hey! Silver-haired man wearing dark blue clothing steps from the shadows of the school gate. Where did he come from? My radar didn't detect him at all. Wait, I'm still not detecting him.
Who are you?
Ah, how truly rude of me. My name is Theodore. I didn't intend to eavesdrop on you. But as I wandered in search of cola, I found myself here.
That blue costume. Are you connected to Elizabeth?
Such a vibrant shade of blue. His distinctive clothing looks familiar. Elizabeth, the girl who I met during the previous case, who also helped me remember a number of things. She appeared in my dream earlier today and said some deeply meaningful things before disappearing. ManSam for me has an air similar to hers.
My! So you know of my sister?
Labra-san, is this person an enemy? Probably not. Elizabeth helped me realize a ton of stuff, but, well, she came on a little strong sometimes.
Oh? Was she rude to you? She once forced me to eat a large quantity of cinnamon, and I thought my mouth was going to be desiccated forever.
Elizabeth would be the kind of sister that makes her younger brother, like, do the cinnamon challenge. Oh my god, these Velvet Room attendants are funny. I like them.
Cinnamon?
Please, don't worry about it. It is merely a bittersweet page from our youths.
I see. Oh, right. My name's Labris. This is Ken-kun and Koromaru-san. They're my... Well, it's nice to meet you, Theodore. We're Labris-san's comrade. Comrade.
Thank you for the polite introductions. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Comrades, I was embarrassed, but the way Ken considered without any hesitation warms my heart. I do have many comrades right now who are with me. The way they interact with me actually makes me think that perhaps I'm the one who minds what I am. I feel like such a fool for being so anxious, I can't help but smile.
By the way, on a different subject, has anyone seen my sister, Elizabeth, anywhere?
Elizabeth? Nah. The last time I saw her was in a dream. I haven't seen her around here.
Is that so? There's something I was meaning to ask her if I managed to find her. I saw traces of cinnamon along the road here, so I thought that she might have come this way.
Elizabeth is here? She said in her dream that she was searching for power. If she happened to come across this town while it's in such a special situation, would it make sense that she would come to this tower?
Ah, please forgive me. It seems I've detained you for too long. Please, do not be alarmed. I have no intention of getting in your way.
Oh, that's right. We need to hurry. Labra-san, shall we get going? Huh? But don't we have to wait for Yukari-san? Do you remember what that General Teddy said when he showed up on the monitor? Oh, if we don't fight and win the P1 climax within an hour, the world will end. Yes, that's why I think it's important we rescue Mitsuru-san and the others as quickly as possible. Yukari-san will be fine. Junpei-san's strong too, after all.
Ken-kun seems sure that Yukari-san and Junpei-san will be alright. Is this what it means to believe in others?
Alright, let's go. See you, Theodore.
Please, take care. Still, where am I to obtain this cola?
Theodore walks away mumbling to himself, and then the three of us head into the school building. He gets teased by all of his sisters? Damn. I suppose being one brother with three sisters, three sisters, that's gotta be rough, because I'm one brother with two sisters. I know how that was like. I can't imagine having a third one. When we enter the school building, we find the red fog has filled the halls as well, ruining our visibility. The hallway seems to go on forever, and the classroom lighting both sides are distorted. Though this is similar to the way the building had been in the TV world, the red fog increases the creepiness tenfold. The fog even mutes our footsteps as we proceed. As we walk along, Koromaru-san growls.
Koromaru-san? It would seem there's someone inside this classroom.
Our door reading music room is slightly ajar and the fog is pouring through the crack. I put my hand on the door. Ken-kun and I silently nod to one another. Throw open the door and Ken-kun and Koromaru-san rush inside. I follow them. It's another music room across, just like the one we saw on the monitor in the helicopter. This person tied to it is Akihiko-san.
Sonata-san, we'll get you down at once.
Ken?
Ken-kun rushes over the cross and unbinds Akihiko-san. Akihiko-san is quite weak and he stumbles once he's released from the ropes. Ken-kun and I hold him up on our shoulders.
Thanks for saving me. Ken, Labras, and Koromaru too?
Sorry to barge in on you. I couldn't wait to hear your story, so I came here.
I'm glad you're so impatient. Sorry about this.
I'm glad you're safe now. Where are the others?
Ah, am I late again? Sorry, guys. My bad.
Turner spies a sudden voice from behind us. A man wearing a backward baseball cap standing at the music room door.
Oh, hey, Ken and Koromaru. And, are you Labyrinth?
Junpei-san, it's been a long time. I'm glad you made it here. Did you run into Yukari-san along the way?
Junpei-san, beginning personal scan and identified Junpei Iori. As I thought, he's another Mitsuru-san's comrade since high school. He's currently enlisted as a member of the auxiliary staff of the Shadow Operatives.
Glad? You're glad about stealing the limelight from me?
Oh, yeah, he's a Shadow. I figured. Kenku's discourse changes. He quietly moves his spear into a combat position. Scanning subject confirmed as Shadow.
You're on to me already, huh? Oh well, I wasn't gonna try to hide it anyway.
I've never faced Junpei-san before.
Kenkun laughs to himself and takes a step forward. Koromaru-san stands close by him. Seeing the two of them so ready for battle makes me blurt out my doubts.
Hey, Ken-kun, are you okay with fighting somebody who looks just like one of your buddies? I mean, aren't you afraid? Like, what if that's the real...
Kenkun smiles at me and then explains it in a tone of voice that makes me feel silly for doubting him.
That's a silly question, Labras-san. Even if it did turn out to be the real Junpei-san, if I'm truly being challenged, then I can never back down.
Truly challenged?
Yes. When it comes down to it, I will stand up and fight for anything I truly believe in, even if I must do so against my own companion.
Looks like you're finally learning to talk like that, Ken.
Akihiko-san!
Lapras, let me tell you something. Even if the enemy you face is someone you once counted as a friend, in a battle for your beliefs, the bonds formed between true comrades will never break.
Are you trying to bore me into submission? Let's get this over with already. Bring on the rain!
Yay, burn my dread! The fake Junpei-san summons the red pillars. Akiyu-san looks confused for a moment, but Kenkun explains the rules to him.
Selfish rules as always. Now, normally I'd take him on. Let me take a quick break from the fighting for now.
Yes, please rest, Sonata-san. We can handle this.
Akihiko-san smiles happily and takes a step back. Kenkun stands firm in front of the Shadow and takes position. This resolve is so powerful that this young man looks strong enough to even to me. But I can't forget that I'm a Shadow Operative as well.
I can do it too.
Lavenza's youngest, so maybe she wouldn't tease him. If I remember correctly, people said that in Q2, Lavenza does bully Theodore. He's like the butt end of all the sisters' jokes, so I'm pretty sure Theodore gets bullied by all his sisters, even the youngest one.
Final!
Show me what you can do. Here I come. You slip. Too bad. This is too bad. Here goes. Here I come. Are you ready? Too bad. No. Too bad. Here goes. Oh gosh, you slip. Too bad. Here goes. Here I come. Good history. Too bad. Here goes. Strike. Go. Too bad. Strike. Go. Too bad. Here goes. Strike.
Don't let this wind get to your head. Keep training.
I swear this is just the theme for the whole game. I'm fine with that. Cracks form in the red pillars as they crumble in dust, then vanish entirely. At the same time, the form of the fake Junpei-san melts into a black vortex. Proof that we've been fighting fake makes me feel a little relieved.
Are you alright, Sonata-san?
I wish I could say I was, but I'm pretty exhausted. I won't be able to call on my persona for a while. I guess that cross drains the spiritual energy from whoever's stuck on it.
Koromaru speaks up as it's trying to get our attention. There remains of the shadow swirling around the center of the room release small balls of light that rise into the void above the room.
Weird. Same thing happened to the fake Yukun too.
It's flowing up. Does that mean it's being collected somehow? What in the world is that?
There's something else that I've noticed. Everyone in Inaba, aside from us Persona users, has vanished. Doesn't that remind you of the Dark Hour and Tartarus?
That's ominous. If I remember right from last time we were here, the enemy was trying to turn Personas into shadows and collect their power. And we know all too well what happens when shadows gather in Tartarus.
Sonata-san,
Immediately after we reached Inaba, we were attacked by someone who looked very similar to Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki? That's impossible. We saw him.
Yes, though I don't know if it was really him. But one of the persona users from Inaba, Naoto-san, knew about Ikutsuki.
The detective, huh? So they're running around out there too.
Indeed. I wanted to find an explanation to this situation as soon as possible, so we shared what we knew with each other.
This is their town. No matter how much we might try to stop them, they have the right to protect this place. Mitsuru knows that at least. So it seems like she was trying to bear the entire burden herself again. And they're all incredibly skilled, too. If we can meet up with them, we'll be able to solve this case that much quicker. You made the right call, Ken.
Thank you.
Ikutsuki, huh? If he's really behind this, then we're at even more of a disadvantage. Sorry, Ken, but let me make sure I've got it all straight.
Now that Akihiko-san's recovered his senses somewhat, we both explain the sequence of events we've experienced up until this point.
So we fell right into the enemy's trap and got ourselves captured. How careless of us.
There's no time to waste here. Akihiko-san is far from his normal condition, but he appears to have recovered enough to be able to walk on his own. We leave the music room and decide to look up some stairs so we can head up. Since the remains of the fakes are all going upwards, we conclude that there must be something above us that they're all going to.
By the way, Sonata-san, how have Mitsuru-san and the others been? I haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen her in a long time till I got back either. Don't worry, she hasn't changed at all. If anything, she seemed even more dreadful.
I see. I don't know if I should feel relieved or worried.
What? Does Mitsuru-san scare you too? She's always really nice to me.
You just don't know how frightening she can be. Try getting hit with that kick of hers. You won't eat normally for a week.
She's very intense. And that's coming from me. Now that I think about it, I can't believe she was just a high school student when we met.
If that's the case, then I'll try asking her to start being nicer to you two.
You can't. Don't.
You don't have to get so flustered, you know?
The two had been so calm and rational when confronted with the fake Junpei-san. Seeing them so distraught over the thought of this, I can't help but laugh. Akihiko-san and Ken smile with embarrassment. Poor Mura-san walks on coolly as if this was no concern of his. It must be rather difficult to have to act against one's truth feelings. Oh, Koromaru. To be continued. Perfect! Good timing too, about 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Not bad. Tartarus Tragedy. The Odd Couple. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a night there. Thank you guys for coming out and watching the stream. I'll stream more tomorrow. It looks like we're almost done already. We're at 41%. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll beat it tomorrow, but we'll get pretty close. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great night. Have a great Memorial Day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.